Yo, hey there, chat. What's going on? What's up, Satellite Sun? What's up, Eva? Getting ready early, I see. What's up, Boot Blacking? Lodra High. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing splendid. I'm doing wonderful. It feels honestly really weird to be streaming something that isn't Stellaris, but I suppose eventually I'll get used to this. What's up, Chill Avocados? It's going good. It's going really good. I hope you're going good too, wherever you're going. Cheers to you. I have a demo I'd like to nominate for a game coming later this year. It's got a recent demo released this past Friday. Inexplicably, it's not actually probably part of the Next Fest. Yeah, unfortunately, this time I wanted to make sure that people weren't gonna dig back and like nominate stuff that came out 5 years ago just because they really, really like it. So I put on the stipulation that it has to be part of the Next Fest. So I'm afraid I can't bend the rules for you there, because like Lodra High said, I've already made that distinction. So thank you, 2Hit. Good to see you as well. Did you know that February 1993 was when Groundhog Day was released? Because boy, this issue just keeps happening. This is night, I want to say this is night 11. Let me make sure. This is night 11. This is the longest we have ever spent on an issue of Nintendo Power. And it's not like we don't do anything. Like, we have technically done gameplay for every one of those 10 nights. It's just we spend so much time, mainly, look, I'll cop to it. We spend most of our time chatting about whatever comes up. I get very chatty on Power Hours nights, because I mean, that's half the fun right there. If not more so. The other half, of course, is y'all looking for any opportunity you can to request stuff like Zen Intergalactic Ninja to just make me as miserable as humanly possible. I could technically nominate a 13-ish-year-old game that is part of the Next Fest. Is the community deliberately holding out for Ghost Trick full playthrough? I mean, I see what you're getting at, but at the same time, Ghost Trick very much is a new PC release, so. Oh god, I forgot there was a Game Boy Spot game. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's wonderful. So yeah, do the best with what you can, Satellite. I mean, we've got, y'all have nominated a lot of really good stuff so far. We already have 12 demos requested. So this is the last night. If you want to add something to the Next Fest demo wheel tomorrow night, this is the last evening that you can do so, and I heartily encourage you to do so. The more entries we have on the wheel, the more thrilling it is when stuff comes up. So, but yeah, you've had your chance, you've had your time to do your research and whatnot. So it's time to put up or something. You have to pick which one you want to nominate. Yeah. I saw it was in Discord, you mentioned, like, there was one that you really like, but it crashes for you. I tell you what, if you really, 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 really want to nominate the crashy one, I'll do you a solid. If you nominate the crashy one, and it gets picked by the wheel, and we play it, and it crashes, and if you're around, if you are there in that moment when that happens, I will let you swap in your other choice. So if all of the above are true, you can take the less safe route and be assured that one of your two games isn't gonna get played. Otherwise, you can just go the safe route. I mean, there's always the chance that your pick doesn't come up on the wheel anyway, in which case, if it's a really interesting looking thing or something that appeals to me, I might choose to do it of my own volition on Saturday, because chat. We're finishing this issue tonight. Okay? We're gonna do this. I just want to make that clear to everyone. 11 nights is enough for a perfectly normal issue of Nintendo. Not even a particularly notable one, honestly. Like, I mentioned it before, this is not one of my favorite issues of Nintendo Power. This is not one that's stuck in my memory. This is not one that has, like, big features and I'm all about. I mean, It has the Cybernator feature, and I like Cybernator. I like Cybernator a lot, but like a single feature does not make for a particularly memorable issue of Nintendo Power, is what I'm saying. I want something a little different, a little the same. It seemed to be closest to being a hog. I did look at that 2-hit, and I am intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. Good evening, Fury Fighter. Good to see you. Do you know there's a Toxic Crusaders game in Next Fest? What? Do you know he's serious because he's big? What's up, Spice? Hello, Drake Nell. Good evening. Back to the pages of Destiny. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I should see if the Soul Calibur announcer is on Fiverr and get him to say, "Welcome back to the pages of history." Is a Rusty Lake game in the Next Fest? Oh, I forgot the name. I know they've been tweeting about their next game. Yeah. Beat 'em up game with all the cartoons characters as playable characters, so it's like a sequel to the old NES one. Zorch. What be this? What is this? This looks cool. Oh, this looks really cool, in fact. This is like, wow, dude. This is like, oh god. This is like Forsaken era FPS. And I feel like you don't see a whole lot of those. You either get people really nostalgic for like the 2.5D era making stuff like Project Warlock, or people nostalgic for like the Quake era, the really chunky pixel stuff. You don't get a lot of stuff from this kind of like smooth, textured, more detailed 3D model era of FPS, so it's kind of funny to see somebody digging that up. This is cheap too. It is in fact quite cheap, as it happens. N64 looking boomer shooter, there you go, yeah. What's up, Chaos? Looking forward to hanging out with everyone vibing tonight to help distract your brain. Well, there's gonna be gameplay. I don't mean to throw anybody off, but we gotta. I mean, really, it's this page, and I think one more page, and then we're free. We're free and clear, and we're on the way out. Toxic Crusaders. I can't believe it. I can't believe this stuff just keeps... Yep, that's Toxie, all right. Oh, he's cute. Wow, they were really like, okay, that TMNT revival really worked for him, didn't it? All right, we can do this shit too. That's so funny. Yeah, Junkyard, Major Disaster, all your classics from the olden console days. Amazing, incredible. Saw Rampart Berez Rampage and got excited for a second. Yes, we are unfortunately far, far past Rampage at this point. So I'm figuring it might be up your alley for a loner street. Yeah, I would definitely be interested in checking that out. I would love to just devote some time. Well, here we go. Here he goes again, chat. Talking about something that he wants to spend a couple weeks doing alongside all the other things he wants to spend a couple weeks doing. I've always been charmed by the idea of just like doing a tour of every like modern retro FPS I can find, because there are a lot of them at this point, and we've looked at a lot of them, but there's always more, and once you go looking for them, there's so many more like tucked away in the cracks that don't get nearly the amount of play that stuff like, you know, Dusk or Project Warlock does. Doom 2016, yeah, not exactly the indie boomer retro boomer shooter I'm looking for. Toxie is coming back with Elijah Wood. That's so great. Elijah Wood is such a little weirdo, and I love him for it. Figure out the name of that GPC real-time strategy game, or the attempted one. Warlocked. Interesting, Drake. No, I've definitely never heard of that one. Of course, the Game Boy Color was during a period where I wasn't really doing console games. I had gone back to PC, and I was playing like Dark Forces and X-Wing and SimCity 2000 and stuff. He talked about it in his Hot Ones episode. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. It's a wild pick. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I go back and forth on a lot of things. My moods tend to take me on a grand tour of the video game industry, but one thing that is fairly constant, I am always in the mood to do a retro FPS. I am always in the mood to play either an FPS from the 90s or early 2000s, or to play something modern that's designed in that style. I love them. I love them one and all. There's a whole not Warcraft, make buildings, get resources, build troops, have them fight with bad animations, collect wizards to do weird bullshit. Yeah, that sounds like the total package right there. The quintessential 90s RTS. So that's another thing we gotta start working in some RTSs too, chat. I really like the only RTS I have ever streamed on this channel in the 5 years I've been doing it was the Command & Conquer re-release, right? And that was only for one night. So I feel the itch, chat. I feel like I need to attempt an RTS. It's like we've done everything else. I gotta complete the set. But I mean, that's gonna be competing with all the other things that I'm gonna want to do when I come back from my trip. After the page, I mean, it's not gonna be tonight. I'm not suddenly gonna light into an RTS a week before I leave for Japan. It's gonna be one of those things that may happen when I get back. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna add that to the list of things I might do when I come back from Japan. I want to keep that in mind. I mean, it's not like I need to remind myself to play an RTS, but Warlocked is a Knight of okay, they tried flip this nonsense. Yeah, I think many RTSs have the uniqueness a lot of other genres do to more than 1 to 3 nights. I mean, I don't know. It's a genre that I'm not super familiar with either. There are games in it that I really, really like. Chief among them, Age of Mythology. I love Age of Mythology. I'm garbage at it, just like I am with all RTSs, but I have a particular fondness for Age of Mythology. I've always been fascinated. I just picked it up on GOG. I've always been fascinated by Dark Reign because it seemed like it was an RTS at like the height of the golden age of RTSs, but it seemed to take like a very different approach than a lot of RTSs when stuff like Total Annihilation was just doing like more and bigger of everything. Dark Reign was really, really, really trying to make every single unit really unique and have its own weird mechanics. See my idea for a possible Wednesday stream? I think I did. And I think it slid off my smooth brain. Let me see if I can... Where'd you post that? Oh god, it might have disappeared in one of the game channels. Oh yeah, Grimace's birthday game. Yeah, I have been curious about that. Majesty is a fantastic old RTS. Yeah, it's... I would say there's a subgenre of like hands-off RTSs that Majesty is chief among, but I guess there's just not that many of them ultimately. I played Majesty and I played Majesty 2. Majesty 1 is really cool, and Majesty 2 is, like, infuriating. Teeth-grindingly infuriating. But yeah, that would... We could probably have a lot of fun playing that for a couple nights. Seven Kingdoms RTS has sort of got a commerce and ally system. Unless you're the monsters, then you can enslave the human races. Really? That's interesting. I did pick up Seven Kingdoms on GOG. Somebody recommended it a long time ago, and I did grab it. It narrowly missed being played, I think, on our first Weird Old Wheel night, if I remember correctly. Oh, that was you. Okay, well, there you go. Mystery solved, I suppose. But yeah, I imagine... I'm still very curious about that one. I picked it up specifically to play it, so I imagine we'll get to it at some point. Your Majesty, the treasury is nearly empty. Did I ever tell you about my first experience with, I think it was Majesty 2. My wife was out somewhere. It was way back before my kids were born. And my wife had to do something for her work. She went to like a company party or something, and I was left home to my own devices. And I got myself a pizza. I got myself a cheap, I think a hot and ready Little Caesars pizza. And I had an entire bottle of wine. And I just plopped myself down at the computer with the pizza on one side, the wine over here. And I booted up Majesty 2. And I got so fat and drunk playing, and I was like having a ball with it. I was yelling things at my subjects all evening. 100 pieces of gold to the brigand who brings me the dragon's head. It was great. Next best game I could swear was Zachtronics inspired. Might pick it up. I have to assume Zachtronics inspired a lot of subsequent puzzle games, because they are very, very impactful. You'd love to see that. If I ever stream Majesty, I will probably most likely recreate that experience, just minus the pizza. I tend to eat plenty before I come to these streams. Something awful LP of Majesty was amazing. They got the actual voice actor, the advisor, to join for it. That's crazy, dude. That is so cool. That's really cool. Oh god. Endive alert! Batten down the hatches. Unfortunately, Your Majesty is shit. My dad's sister had a birthday yesterday, and we blew her away by buying her a stair lift for her house. We're really up the... Oh my god. Oh my god. That one is tortured. Good. Up the ante. Ah! Boo! Boo this man! Speaking of food, AFK, a moment to heat up some leftover Chinese. Nice! Good. Enjoy. I haven't had cheap takeout Chinese in a long time, and I've kind of been craving it, weirdly enough. We went somewhere. Oh, we went to a cookout. Went to a cookout a couple weeks ago, and somebody brought some Chinese food, and I was really enjoying it. It's like orange chicken lo mein. Mmm. Go to jail. We need pun jail. We need pun jail for nights like this. Last bit of news for me, I did figure out how to wrestle OBS into functioning. Good, nice. Old Might Magic game, I twist your arm into trying the merge mod lets me play in a window, and I got to, oh, that's good to hear. That's really cool. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I don't suppose you'll be broadcasting it for people sometime in the future, mightn't you? Because if you do, I can always help publicize you. I'm kind of a big deal around here. I could send ones of people to go hang out. Some places need horny jail, we need pun jail. Says a lot about us. It really does. It really does. Horny jail is just not even a factor around here, honestly. We're not horny on main. We're not horny on the side. Puns though. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Can't stop the train. Pun train. Pun train of puns. I'm not gonna workshop that any further. It might get ugly. Is there anything about wanting recognition I'd just like to share? Well, it's nice to have people to share too, you know? So. But I'm always here to help if people want to get into streaming and want to expand their audience. 5,000 coins, but Endive into pun jail. Only him, no one else. I'd free him immediately. No, I would do like... See, Endive doesn't have an avatar. I don't think Endive's on the Discord. I would need some kind of Endive avatar. And if somebody put him in the pun jail, I'd just have some kind of visual aid on the screen. Like some, I don't know, up in one of the corners. Like a little jail cell with a little Endive avatar in there. No other, no other ramifications whatsoever. Timeout, yeah, I wouldn't even do that. It would just be the suggestion of imprisonment. Trying to figure out just when Endive took the Punster crown from Manic. Endive started strong. I think it's worth noting. Endive has always been this way. Like, Manic does it more organically. Manic seeks out opportunities and then builds them out of what's happening at the time. So sometimes they're a bit of a stretch. Endive, though, Endive comes to the stream with an encyclopedic knowledge of just the worst fucking jokes in human history. Just ready to drop one the moment they arrive, so. It's almost kind of two different approaches to tormenting people through the medium of puns. Just don't even two-hit. Don't even. Jill only lastly roll doubles anyway. What's up, Grove Potter? So yeah. Chat. I say let's get to it. Oh no! Like goddamn Bloody Mary, we just summoned Manic to the channel by talking about puns. We don't know just punishment. I think I see what you did there. Make them pay $50 and skip their turn. Yeah, Manic, Endive showed up a few minutes before you and hit us with an absolutely tortured pun. God, just the fucking worst, at least in recent history. So we were talking about the history of puns and agony on this channel. Bloody Manic, Bloody Manic, Bloody Manic. I kind of love this now. I kind of love this. You say Manic's name in a mirror 3 times, he just shows up and makes some like mirror related pun and then fucks off and you're like, oh. That was unnecessary. All right, chat. I am threatening to start gameplay. I'm just trying to decide if I need to remind you of anything. I already talked about tomorrow night is the Next Fest demo wheel. Assuming you finish this tonight, I'm very confident. I'm very confident. I'm also extremely naive, but I'm also very, very confident. On Saturday, we'll do more Next Fest demos of my own choosing. No stream on Sunday. And then Monday, we are doing... Stop! Stop right there. Need more of that confidence right there. Monday, we're doing Space Empires night. I'm not sure if that means we're gonna take a little cursory tour of the entire series, or if I'm just gonna start up a full game of Space Empires 4, or maybe Space Empires 2, I don't know. But if you really enjoyed Stellaris and you want like the 90s indie CD by snail mail experience, Monday's gonna be your night. It's gonna be magical. And then Tuesday, we're gonna do a hidden object game because it's been far too long. It's been like a month since we did our last hidden object game. And I feel bad, chat. I feel bad about that. I may or may not stream on Wednesday. Wednesday is a big question mark because I am leaving for my trip on Thursday. And as you all know, I will be away in the wilds of Japan from June 29th to July 17th. So for 2.5 weeks, y'all are gonna have to fend for evening entertainment on your own. I do apologize for that. I am going to deeply miss streaming and miss all of you. Yes, even Endive. But when I come back, I will be rested and refreshed and just absolutely jazzed about playing something. What it is, I don't know. I can't even guess. But I will hit the ground running and we'll play something super fun and cool. Probably. Do we have a tan? I might be missing half my skin from sunburns. I don't really tan anymore. My skin is, I mean, you can see this, right? You can see what's going on here. I used to tan, not so much. Need to get high on the hogs. Maybe we do need a horny jail? Yeah, I saw that. I bought a book on medical procedures. I opened up and the appendix was missing. Luigi hat, perfect timing. An excellent notion if I do say so myself. All right, good stuff. This is such a comfy hat, dude. I love this hat so much. Need to buy at least 2 hats. I'll get at least 1 new hat. Maybe at Disneyland if I find something really cool. Otherwise, yeah, I'll get something. Try my best to stream more shit like movies and Star Trek in your steed. Yes, please do, Spice. Please do. I leave it in your capable hands. I've overwatched to get Kabuki mask. The one thing, genuinely, the one thing I really want to do while I'm in Japan is get a jinbei, like a little casual like kimono with shorts. They are so comfy, and I used to have one when I lived there, and I wore it so much I like it just disintegrated. I wore it to pieces, so I need a new one. Get popcorn bucket wearing it on your head like an idiot. Chad, you want more movie nights? Shoot some movie ideas? Nice. I don't watch movies, I just watch riff tracks, make fun of movies. Well, see, watching movies on the Discord can be a very similar experience because you can just riff along with everybody else in chat. So, anyway, let's get to it. Let us put a pin in this one, chat. Let us bring February 1993 to a close at long last. Actually, if we have a little bit of extra time tonight, I know exactly what we're gonna do. I know exactly what we're gonna do. So, we are here in the waning pages of Now Playing. We got the Game Boy section, we got the NES section. There might be another page. I mean, I don't know. But let's read through these. Requests are open. So far, people have requested Zen, Intergalactic Ninja, Spot the Cool Adventure, and Robin Hood. If you want to see anything else, I suggest you get in on it because I will tell you right now, there's really nothing on this page that I want to play of my own volition. So, there's that extra time, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves from Virgin Games. Memory size, 1 megabit, game type, vertical, horizontal, and overhead scrolling action adventure. This looks to be a direct port of the NES game from quite some time ago, like more than a year, if I remember correctly. Although, no, wait. I think the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves NES game, I think the Nintendo Power feature ended up happening like 6 to 8 months before the game actually got released. I think it got pushed back after that. What's up, Arcane? How's it going? 30 minutes? It'll be your birthday! Oh my god! Well, happy birthday! Robin Hood Prince of Accents. Alien Cubed. Jokes on my own, I don't think I'll add a game to the list. Well, if you don't, someone else will, I imagine. Maybe they couldn't get celebrity face pixel rights. Perhaps. Just happy birthday to you, Arcane. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, I missed that question, Fury. Do you guys go full local and sleep on futons, or do you all have Western beds? When we stay in hotels, it's always Western style. Cause we stay in really nice hotels because we have credit card points, and at this point our girls are terribly spoiled by 5-star hotels that we stay at for free. When we stay with my in-laws, we sleep on futons on the floor. And they're all very, like, everything is really comfortable. The big plush beds are comfortable. Futons on the floor are comfortable. It all works out. Thank you all very much. Hopefully I will not melt tomorrow from the heat. I'll buy myself an ice cream cake and some stuffed crust pizza. That sounds magical. Oh my god, I haven't had an ice cream cake in so long. I am envious, Arcane. Well, here's to you, friendo. Happy birthday. Many more. Let's celebrate them together, shall we? Robin Hoods. After Robin escapes from the Arab dungeon, just the generic Arab dungeon. Just no country, no national, it's just Arab. In Jerusalem with Azim, he returns to England to find Prince John terrorizing the countryside. This makes him sound like Godzilla. The Game Boy version is virtually identical to the NES game of the same name, which means it sucks. The variety of action is impressive, from RPG-like searches to straight-out fencing duels. As different people join Robin, you can make use of their talents. You can also talk to lots of people and collect wide. Yeah. Unfortunately, NES Robin Hood Prince of Thieves is an ambitious game that is garbage. That is crap. On the plus side, great variety of gameplay and a great story enough to keep interest high. On the minus side, play control is awkward at the best of times. The graphics are often incomprehensible and suffer from background blurring, which can make finding items frustrating. Okay. So it sounds like the stuff that didn't work so great on the NES works even worse on the Game Boy, and Nintendo Power is not sugarcoating it. Speaking of birthdays, on my 40th, in 3 years, I would like to request RE3 Remake if that's plausible. Let's revisit that maybe in, 3 years. I'm not gonna make any promises right now for 2026, okay? I mean, we're still gonna have a lot of power hours obligations and whatnot by then. I didn't pick this because you'd like. Feeling basic, maybe cookies and cream. They have the strawberry sundae one. I'll go for that. Unfortunately, Robin Hood Samurai have little honor. But the schedule! Schedule! Race driving. Okay, I am, of everything on this page, of all the games that are featured on this page, I'm probably the most curious personally about race driving, because if you remember correctly, race driving was an arcade game that used very, very early full 3D graphics to simulate an actual race course. There we go, Fury. Good call. Even in the arcade, on arcade cabinet hardware, it ran at like 15 FPS, right? This was the early ass days of full 3D, okay? Very ambitious. It was neat. I tried playing it several times. I vastly preferred its sequel, Stunt Driving, because that played a lot more with the concept, different tracks and whatnot. But it was also kind of designed to be a fairly accurate driving simulator, which made it pretty hard to handle. I am wildly curious to see how this runs on Game Boy. I am intensely curious. Yeah, they do say it's better. Yeah, believe it or not, this Game Boy version of Race Driving is better than the Super NES version. Why? The speed is much more real life in the handheld game. I guess, okay. I think the deal here is the Super Nintendo had hardware to help it simulate 3D, right? I don't remember if the race driving cart had a Super FX chip or not, but regardless, like the SNES had its own hardware to try and simulate 3D. You don't have that on the Game Boy. There's no utility like that on the Game Boy, so you have to fake it. And there's a lot of different ways you can fake it. So maybe THQ came up with a really, really clever way to fake it on the Game Boy that actually ends up running better than on the Super Nintendo. So yeah, genuinely curious about that. There are 4 choices of cars, including both automatic and manual shift, 3 choices of track, stunt, autocross, and super. Oh, wow, okay. So I don't think this is a port of the original Race Driving. I think it's a port of, or like a mishmash of Race Driving and Stunt Driving, maybe. I don't think there were track selections in the original Race Driving. Thrills of jumping, looping, and dodging roadside obstacles are all included. Success is really a matter of practice and experimentation. On the plus side, 3D graphics are very good for a Game Boy game. A wide variety of stunts keeps the challenge high. On the minus, there's no way to determine the correct speed for jumps and loops other than trial and error, which leads to a lot of crashing. Yeah, I mean, well, that's extremely accurate to the arcade version as well, so. THQ isn't really known for their engineering. What's up, Helvy? Good to see you tonight. Realized I hadn't been to an ice cream shop in like 10 years. Looked up what's good, and there's one fairly nearby with 5 stars over 250 reviews I never heard of. Suffice to say, there's something delicious in my future. Dude, I am envious of you as well. Going to a fancy-ass ice cream shop. We did have Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars for dessert tonight, though, so I'm not too jealous. I'm still a little jealous, though. All my cars came today, and tomorrow we're gonna visit the new location of our card game shop. Cool. Sounds good, Fury Fighter. Hope it's a good time. Hope you meet some cool people. Everybody having a good time. It's good time o'clock, folks. Everybody's got some promising, exciting stuff in their future. We can all take a great deal of comfort in that. Just brought a 6-pack of alcoholic lemonade, Forbidden Door on Sunday. That sounds like a hell of a weekend right there, Justin Brett. I'm happy for you. What's up, Bassy? Honestly, didn't think you ever got off the last page. I'm surprised. I pushed it last time. I pushed it. I was like, I am turning this page no matter what. And We are finishing this fucking magazine tonight. I pledge this. I've already discussed Robin Hood. I've already discussed race driving. We're gonna run through these next couple ones whose descriptions get shorter and shorter until you get to Alien 3. They get like 2 sentences. Then we're gonna play the Game Boy games. We'll read through the NES stuff. I'll play the NES games. We'll round up any final lingering requests, and then we'll just blast on through the end. And on that note, Darkwing Duck. Saint Canard won't rest easy until Fowl is plucked by the dynamic Darkwing Duck. Expect 7 stages of great Disney action. We know this one. It's the same as the NES game, more or less. I don't like the controls in this one as much as I do the NES one. They say you can select any of the first 3 stages and whatever you prefer. Play control is excellent. No, it really isn't. It really, really isn't. That's bullshit. And there's always some new type of obstacle to keep your interest high. On the minus side, you've already played the NES version of this game. You won't find much difference except the lack of color. That's very true. That's very true. And I definitely find more to prefer about the NES version anyway. So unless you absolutely have to take the terror that flaps in the night on your car trips, I'd say just leave them at home. Alien 3 and Game Boy, this game fucking sucks if you buy this shit. Yeah. Whoever requested that, I hope you think you're getting your money's worth of 2 minutes of me running around in absolutely maze like hell until I get bored. Little Mermaid. Ariel Disney's Little Mermaid makes her Game Boy debut with this long-awaited title from Capcom. Little Mermaid takes it's all the same goddamn thing. The Game Boy versions of Darkwing Duck and Little Mermaid are exactly the same as their NES counterparts. Unlike DuckTales, where Game Boy DuckTales is actually significantly distinct from the NES version. I don't know if that's because they face difficulties translating the NES levels to the Game Boy, but the Game Boy, the Game Boy game has the same levels but completely different level layouts, which is pretty interesting. Most notably in the Amazon, there's a very different way you can get through the level as opposed to how you do it in the NES version. And now I'm struggling to remember any of the other levels in the Game Boy one and how they differed. I think the haunted house, I think Transylvania is a lot easier to get through. It's a lot more straightforward. I think the moon's pretty similar. Anyway, plus side, good play control, Ariel's abilities and use she shells, dig with her tail, hidden power-ups. Minus side, the mermaid theme may turn off some players in the storyline from the movie isn't represented in the play. As with Darkwing Duck, Capcom seems to have lifted this one straight from the NES. Shut up about the mermaid theme. Mermaids are awesome. Mermaids are really cool. I think boys and other penis havers can find it in their hearts to enjoy The Little Mermaid. Even as a child, when The Little Mermaid came out, I fucking loved it. I've always really liked The Little Mermaid. Aladdin was my favorite of the classic Disney movies, but Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, they are solid films even for a kid. Oh God, Andy's back! My aunt is not enjoying the stairlift we got her. She says driving her up the wall, she's been taking steps to... Oh my God. It's like a corruption. It's like you've been infected with something. Chaos, why? Why? Why would you die? You went there. We'll see. We'll see when we, because Robin Hood's been requested. Alien 3, we already know is garbage. Ultima's been requested. For my money, I think Ren and Stimpy is probably the worst game on this page. Just in my experience thus far. I may issue a correction later on in the evening, post gameplay experience, but right now that is the nadir of what we're going to be doing, I think. I enjoy the Simply insert type of fruit brand of juices. They have alcoholic tall cans now. The lemonade one is fantastic. One of the things I'm looking forward to most about going to Japan is getting Haichu. The canned fruity alcohols, the grapefruit one. I'm not even a big grapefruit guy, but I love the grapefruit Kanchuhai. It's wonderful. People are joking Sting and Darby are gonna bring Goldberg to beat Chris Jericho. Sebastian Flounder are your favorites? Reminds you of a Buzzy version of San Pellegrino Limina. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Disney was in a weird place when I was a kid. We had a movie called The Black Cauldron. Oh, I remember The Black Cauldron. I've seen that, and yeah, they were in a weird place at that point. I put my vote out there into the void if it's vetoed. Oh no, I can't bring myself to veto that. It's not Pugsley, for God's sake. Is if race driving turns out to be the worst, that'd be the Ralph. See, Manic makes his very organically. He works them into the conversation, and there's a little bit more subtlety to it because Manic does also say normal human things from time to time, so he can occasionally catch you off guard. And I think there's something to that. Whereas Endeef is just like the atom bomb of puns. Like he's just gonna fly low over your city and just drop that shit on you, and you won't even see it coming. We're talking about the good Darkwing Duck from Capcom or the not good Darkwing Duck on the TurboGrafx. I was talking about the good Darkwing Duck from, yeah, the NES Darkwing Duck. I think is really, really good. I'd assume it's yuzu, not just grapefruit. You would assume wrong. It is in fact just grapefruit. I believe the Suntory Kanchu High is just like that fruit juice and like, yeah, alcohol and seltzer or whatever. They also do a lemon version, which I thought I would like more, and I didn't. There's a lemon lime one that I don't think I've tried yet. Hopefully it wasn't just seasonal the last time I was there. A lot of stuff that I really like in Japan is seasonal. And I get to enjoy it one time while I'm there, and then it just goes away forever. If it wasn't for the Disney label, Black Cauldron wouldn't be a half bad movie. Oh, you think it's the expectations that throw it off? Went to see Pocahontas when it came out. Boy, did we regret. Yeah, I think Pocahontas was. I was on a stretch of seeing Disney movies in the theaters. I saw Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. I saw all of them in the theaters. Pocahontas, I think, was the first one that we passed on. Do not remember Darkwing Duck on the TurboGrafx 16. I never had a TurboGrafx, so I couldn't say one way or the other. Black Cauldron's budget ran circles around the Great Mouse Detective. We all know which movie everyone went to see. Ah, yes, the power, the immense draw of IPs. Hard to resist, even back then, in simpler, more innocent times. Anyway, where was I? Rampart. Damn the Ramparts. Expect a few twists from this Game Boy version of Rampart. For instance, ships are no longer the enemy in the one-player game. Check out the two-player strategy. Yeah, whatever. There's a great action strategy game for players of all ages and for game linking action. Game docking. You get to select your level of difficulty on the minus side. Oh, this one's thick. During the battle, your view is of the enemy, not of your castle, so it can be difficult to tell how you're doing and which enemy to attack. Some of the enemy characters are so fast and change direction so quickly you might not be able to get in a hit. No one can resist the lure of Zsa Zsa Gabor. Oh yeah, that was the Rescuers. I don't think I ever saw the Rescuers, funny enough. The Rescuers seems like the kind of movie that they would totally put on during like one of the last days of school in elementary, where like the teachers just don't want to do shit and you're graduating in a few days anyway, so they just put on movies. Like I watched I think that's where I watched The Land Before Time. But I somehow never watched The Rescuers. No one can resist the lure of Vincent Price. I mean, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that heartily. The goddamn Ren and Stimpy show. Can you believe they were asking between $29.99 and $39.99 for this thing? At least Game Boy games were semi-reasonably priced. $30. $30 is a nice sweet spot for a console game. I'll use it over grapefruit and a lot of alcoholic drinks. So the drinks are Haichu like the treat. No, for some reason they call it the same thing, but it's not. And I don't think it's supposed to allude to the same thing either. That is an oddity. One of the biggest Disney lies is that the Black Cauldron is somehow a shameful movie instead of just being eh. Well, I guess for them, if it didn't spawn an IP, it's better to just go bury it somewhere. Out in the Florida swamps. Earlier, I temporarily achieved the Zen state playing One Finger Death Punch. My fingers were just doing all the... Oh, God. I remember playing One Finger Death Punch and reaching that point, and it's so magical. It feels so good. It's a rhythm game where violence is the music, and I love it. Disney has more misses than I'd like to call attention to. They definitely do. Yeah. By volume, there's probably more bad Disney movies than good if you're looking at their entire catalog. And if you want to add additional weight to stuff like Song of the South, for sure. Anyway, Ren is lost in space as Stimpy stumbles about inside a spaceship trying to rescue his pal. Ren's only hope may be the tips you get in the review of this issue. Plus side, humor and graphic look of the hit Nickelodeon cartoon are preserved in this game. It's lost on me. I don't like Ren and Stimpy. Minus side, many players will find the gameplay to be repetitive and unimaginative. Yeah, or just shitty. Just garbage. Song of the South's the whole other thing. I just meant stuff like the Aristocats. Okay, yeah. Yeah, some of their more middling animated features. I feel you on that. Alien 3. Okay, 2 sentences. This is it. This is the low point, I think. There's no end to the horror for Ripley. The aliens are back in force in this month's adventures. They're basically just saying, look at the feature earlier in the magazine. You figure out if you want to play this or not. Suggested retail price is weirdly specific, $27.95. Didn't care for the anthology movies except maybe Three Caballeros, and even then is blatantly misogynistic. Yeah, a lot of that old Disney stuff did not age particularly well. I think that's why they tend to focus so much on the princess stuff, because you can. I feel like you can hand wave a lot more stuff with those, and there's so much fondness and nostalgia for them. Whereas like something like the Three Caballeros, you're not gonna get the same kind of diehard fans for it, and you're gonna get a lot more people being like, isn't this problematic? Alien $3 off. Apparently the Aristocats villain was going to feature the butler having a split personality developing the knowledge of the casking the inherit. Wow, okay. Oh, I saw, I recently discovered a new channel on YouTube. This guy goes by Big Joel, and he just kind of sits there and talks about things. A lot of like films and TV shows and stuff. And I've been watching a bunch of his videos. The thing that really sold me on him, he watched every single Disney sequel. He watched all like Lion King 1.5 and The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginning, and Cinderella 2 and Cinderella 3. Yes, there's a Cinderella 3 and it's fucking bonkers. Return of Jafar. And then what was the third Aladdin movie? King of Thieves? It's not Prince of Thieves, is it? Because I mean, Robin Hood was Prince of Thieves or whatever. Yeah, I think it was King of Thieves because that's his dad, the King of the Thieves. Shame he only showed up for that one movie. He never showed up in the TV show to my knowledge. I mean, how hard is it, John Rhys Davies, to voice something for you? Seriously. They brought Robin back for that one. That's right, they did. They did bring Robin Williams back. Well, you know the story with that, right? Robin Williams was willing to do what was it? He was gonna do, because he was like top of his game, like highly sought after during that period, and he was willing to do a Disney movie for like extremely low rate or like free or something, as long as they didn't use him for the marketing. And Disney being Disney used him for the marketing. He got really pissed off about that. So he didn't come back for the second film. And they got, I forget his name, but like legit an absolutely fantastic voice actor who went on to do the TV series. But yeah, I guess they smoothed things over for the third movie, and Robin Williams did come back for that one. I was pretty sure Return of Jafar was just a pilot for the Aladdin TV series. I mean, Return of Jafar. Oh, Dan Castellaneta? Okay. Yeah, I recognize that name. I think Return of Jafar is like a pretty legit movie. Like, I remember liking it almost as much as the original Aladdin. Production values were a bit lower, certainly, but I mean, it's a solid film. The third one is... I just don't remember a lot about the third one. I feel like the plot in the third one is really strained. Like Aladdin and his dad are at odds, but not for any really particularly oh no, what? Good news! My aunt has found the stair lift is useful for transporting her alcohol to the second floor. It's lifting her spirits now. Help. Help, chat. I don't know how much more of this I could take. You would help playing Robin Hood. Yeah, that did help. Okay, cool. All right, let's finish reading Alien. Let's read Spot and let's play these fucking things. Alien 3, good part. There's good parts to this? The search for weapon aspect of the game follows the theme of the movie and provides much of the challenge. The cinema scenes are very effective. The overhead view gives freedom of movement. Okay. Minus side, the play control is slow to respond, particularly difficult in battle situations. Hit detection, all things Bruce Bragg. Okay, whatever. That pun was on a sheet of paper called. Oh god. Spot the. I'm doing this, chat. I'm gonna make it. Spot the cool adventure. Spot hits the road this month. His own action game power review. It seems everyone he meets has a taste for something cool and refreshing. Oh, they mean the soda. Play control and platform games such as this is critical. And Spot stands up to the test. In each area, you have choice 2 paths, one easy and one difficult. Mine aside, there are a few hidden items or Easter eggs, and the challenge is not very high. Screens don't scroll vertically when Spot jumps very high, so he disappears off screen, making his re-entry a chancy thing. That pun was a piece of every pile of shit. Just remember that Aladdin's dad was an asshole and using him not exactly an exciting adventure. Yeah, that's the thing. Jafar is just a really good villain. Like, I know it's been said, but like, I think with Disney films in particular, they really do tend to be only as good as their villains. That's not necessarily because I'm thinking like the Frog Princess or the Princess and the Frog or wherever the fuck the Tiana movie is called. I really wanted to like that movie. I really like the premise of it. I really like the setting, the aesthetic, the tone, all of that. I thought it was great. The villain in it, I mean, he's really cool. He is genuinely a really cool villain. I think what ruined that movie is it's just the plot and the pacing is so bad. It's so, like, I feel like they could have made that should have been a much more interesting movie, but it just ends up being really, really boring. Because so much of it is spent just schlepping around in the swamp. Remember seeing an 80s anime version of Aladdin when I was really young? Oh. Thing with Jafar is he's an asshole. Just an unrepentant piece of shit, yeah. Well, like Scar in The Lion King. Like a huge factor in why The Lion King is so good is because Scar is such a great and effective villain. He's a giant piece of shit. He kills Simba's dad, spoiler alert, sorry chat. Makes Simba feel guilty for it, gets him to run off, tries to have the hyenas fucking kill him anyway. And then just runs everything straight into the ground. It's like the quintessential like Disney arc. You meet your little hero. Oh, he's great, he's cute. They have a lovely time. You've got the building action, and then tragedy strikes. It absolutely destroys our hero. They hit their low point. They meet some new people, or the old people meet them again. They manage to build back up, and then in the world's darkest hour, when everything is just as grim as can be, they come to the rescue and they just patch things back up. Isn't Lion King just Hamlet? I mean, like, I feel like you could sort of hand wave any usurping the throne story as Hamlet. I mean, yeah, I really don't have a problem with other media basically taking their storylines from Shakespeare. I really don't have a problem with that. Like, you can lift it straight out of there, and as long as you do something with it, and I mean, like, The Lion King manages it by having really entertaining, really charming characters. So yeah, if they want to carbon copy Hamlet, fucking go nuts. They got enough other stuff going on in there. Not the only reason why I'd ate Disney lunch that year. Jack Horner from Puss in Boots 2 was awesome. I've heard, yeah, Puss in Boots 2 was apparently like super, super good, huh? Hamlet did not bone in the play. That kid was wrong. Your dad died in front of you. Ever tried not fucking worry about it? It has some bugs. Yes, exactly. That's the true takeaway. Fuck it. Hakuna Matata. Who gives a shit? Be whatever you want to do. Remember this shit talking baboon and Hamlet? Yeah. Hot take Lion King 1.5 was a masterpiece. I've never seen it. Was that the one that was the setup for the Lion King TV series? It's almost like Shakespeare wrote a play because a critical part of everyday culture and utilized a common trope. What's up, Australian? Good to see you. Lurking in the shadows, waiting for your chance to strike. I gotta say, like, that era of Disney, from like Little Mermaid to Lion King, took some very traditional storylines and really made them their own, you know? And I mean, it works because if you get to something like The Princess and the Frog that has a more unique, atypical storyline, it doesn't work. It's just not as good. Like, maybe that was a big factor in Disney's success, is like they took a very basic plot line and then they just worked their Disney magic over top of that. Maybe they needed a template to work from. And I'm okay with that. If Nala went mad and drowned and Simba accidentally killed the bird whose name I forgot, then the bird son challenged Nala to the show fight between Poison and Friel. Oh yeah, good point. You can't leave that part out, can you? You can't exactly leave out the climax of the play. I think the Timon and Pumbaa TV show came first. Disney had mad guts giving Nala a bedroom ice scene. Dude, yeah. Dude, yeah. You know, no matter what age you come to the Lion King at, you know what's going down. Disney did eventually come around to making more atypical storylines work, though. Like, I feel like Tangled and Frozen both work really, really well with their inversions of some of the tropes that come with the whole like princess paradigm. You killed the John Oliver bird, Simba. You killed him in the current year. In retrospect, like, I know like Frozen is the just most like played out thing. It is the horse that Disney has beaten the deadest. Even so, I think if you can take the historical perspective, I still genuinely can't believe they put that twist in that movie. And I still love that they did. Do I call you Luigi or Oddish now? I will answer to both, my friend. Tangled is still one of your favorites. Tangled might be my favorite. Of all... Okay. Of the princess films, of the Disney princess films, Tangled, I think, is my favorite. It's not my favorite Disney film. I think my favorite Disney film is Zootopia. But if we're narrowing it down to princesses, I think it's Tangled. Part of that may also be I really like the Tangled TV series. Got it, thanks, Bo. Lilo and Stitch is yours, also an excellent choice. For an hour in and no gameplay, show me Power Hour on Saturday. It's not happening. I won't let it happen. Oh, Andy, no, don't do this to me. I offered my aunt $1 to ride a new stair lift. I'm hoping she takes me up. Oh god, maybe I'm getting inoculated against them? Maybe I'm building up a tolerance to it? Nick is clearly a princess. They like that twist so much they did a bunch more for fun, yeah. Tangled is very good, Zootopia is solid, they're not the Emperor's New Groove. Emperor's New Groove is incredibly entertaining. It's been a while since I last saw it. Too bad didn't he took public domain works and used them to build their empire when they could lobby and make copyright law archaic and extended by decades, make sure no one else could. Yeah, I mean, the whole Disney copyright thing is its own thing. I feel like they would have done that regardless of whether or not they used public domain stuff. I will say it's really interesting trying to work around that, because I work in the video game industry. I work on live service games. And inevitably, they're going to want to include something from some fairy tale, right? And it's going to be some fairy tale that Disney has laid claim to. So it's actually really kind of neat going through the documentation to figure out what specifically you can't do. Like, what are the quintessential Disney elements to it? Because I'm also... I mean, look. In principle, the whole copyright situation with Disney is shitty, and the whole copyright system needs to be like burned to the ground and redone. That being said, living in the late stage capitalist hellhole that we do live in, I am pro at finding the silver linings to things, and I am also a big believer in the idea that creativity is fostered by restriction. Limiting your options can often produce a more creative product than just letting people go wild with whatever. And I've definitely found that to be true when working with having to work around Disney stuff. Because, you know, if you want to do a Cinderella story, you know, there's a lot of stuff, there are a lot of elements that people consider to be quintessentially Cinderella that you cannot do. So you got to get really creative with that shit. You have got to get really, really wild with it. And sometimes you get really cool stuff out of it. Top of your list along with Moana. I love Moana. Yeah, Moana is definitely in like my top 5, top 3 maybe. It applies some creativity to enjoying Robin Hood. Yeah, we're gonna need something like that. Raises society's specific expectations, daring to go against those expectations, running up against those who prejudge and work and live his dream despite what everyone else thinks. That's a very Disney princess-like track. I can see that. I can see that. You use Sherlock Holmes, but not a nice one. Only time I question my position on the whole Disney copyright thing is when Republicans threaten their copyright dominance for political leverage. Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna play. I will very quickly change my tune on things if it means putting one over on Republicans. Not just things that Disney had made or owns that they delayed entering the public domain. It's literally everything. Yeah, it's a shitty situation. It really is. But there's so much about it that's just wrong and yet institutional that I don't know how you overhaul something like that, because the people that have the influence and the money mainly to affect change are the ones who benefit the most from keeping it the way it is now. So never saw Moana. I just don't really vibe with Lin-Manuel Miranda's songwriting style personally. So it's fair that people are. It's a really good movie. It is definitely one of their best movies. I love Disney. They're one of the few companies actively fighting against Florida's bullshit. Yeah. I don't like. I think. Oh God. The separation between creator and creation is always a really difficult one. And I think I tend to be more... I think I tend to give more leeway to corporate creations. Because I may... Like, I hate corporations. I hate the corporate structure. I hate the endless, relentless pursuit of profit in the name of capitalism. But at the same time, in pursuit of that profit, corporations sometimes make really, really, really good stuff. And I think that, and the people who work through that system to make the things that they really believe in, I think deserve a lot of respect. So it's an ugly, shitty system, but it can produce beautiful things. Generally in spite of them. Sometimes, I suppose, because of them. Fucking hate any and all corporate entities. Also, fuck the entire GOP and all their fascist bullshit. Yeah. This is basically bad and worse, I suppose. Copyright needs to be owned by individuals only, and only for their portion, only for their lifetime. No inherited IPs, no corporations or people. I completely agree with that, yeah. Very, very, very much agree with that. I feel like an artist kid being able to do stuff with their IP seems fair for a while to me, although that's how we got Brian Herbert Dune books. Yeah. I'm against fair family inheritance of IPs. I mean, I get that some properties have been wisely and carefully managed by the estates and whatnot, but ultimately I don't think it's worth it. Because you're always going to have the original works. Like, nothing that happens once things go public domain is going to truly affect the original works. So I think it's just better to just have that rough cutoff there. Making and selling things isn't capitalist in itself. Capitalism is explicitly private ownership of the means of production. Yes, exactly. It's who profits from the making and selling of things. And capitalism is inherently an inequitable system. And it seems ultimately unsustainable as well, but nobody really wants to worry about that right now. In Disney v. Florida thing, I just hate both sides. So I'm kind of hoping that both sides screw each other over. I mean, I definitely want Disney to prevail. Just because I think the ramifications of DeSantis and his cronies being able to push anyone around however they want, to say nothing of private individuals, but if DeSantis can actually push around a corporation like Disney in the name of like his bullshit culture war, that's bad. That is an incredibly bad sign. So yeah, if anybody needs to prevail in this, it is Disney. Because that, if nothing else, that will at least reaffirm First Amendment rights. Infinite growth isn't possible. Literal physical impossibility. That being part of capitalism is a poison pill. It's a virus killing its host. Yes, very much so. Very, very much so. And has killed countless promising and profitable and useful companies as well. Just the endless churn towards eternal profit and growth. And it sucks. It really, really, really sucks. You got dozens and hundreds of people spending their lives doing the actual work to make something, but the creators, the CEO of the corporation, that's when you know. Yeah, that's when you know it's fucked up. Yeah. It is. That is actually a really good point, Ledger High. It's it's really a shame that Disney movies are considered Disney movies, and we don't know them more by the directors or the writers. Or even really like the studio organization that made it. You know, that we had Pixar for a while. We had names to go with those films, but now Pixar has been almost entirely disseminated across the Disney ecosystem. So, as far as Disney films, I kind of prefer the earlier stuff. I really like the vibes of the worlds in them. A lot of stuff like Bambi almost feels dreamlike. You know, I think Big Joel mentioned that when he was talking about Bambi 2. Yes, there's a Bambi 2, as it turns out. But yeah, old school Disney was a lot more about the atmosphere and the feel of it. And I think that may have come with the filmmaking style of the time, the animation styles of the time. Whereas modern films, they're much more focused on like the writing and the plot points. Whereas a lot of older Disney, I mean, look at Fantasia for Christ's sake. Like Fantasia is like the absolute peak of that. That whole movie is just a vibe you experience, you know? Disney doesn't make shit like that anymore. I just said seminated. It's true, I did. All right, anyway, your request is some bullshit. So I'm just gonna go through, I'm gonna go through the magazine. I'm gonna go through the magazine order, and we're gonna play some of this stuff. And it's gonna be great, chat. Fantasia is still your favorite Disney movie, bar none. I mean, it's so unique in what it is. Yeah, if it's something you appreciate, I can easily see it being your favorite into perpetuity, because it's not like they're ever gonna make a film like that ever again. Even if they should. All right, we're doing this, chat. Hour and 15 minutes into the evening. Yeah, this is no problem. We got this. Fine. Miss Second Fantasia, Fantasia 2000, it was okay. Yeah, that's the one that Big Joel was talking about in his tour of Disney sequels. He had a lot to say about it. Because he was also coming from the same place, with Fantasia being like one of his all-time favorite Disney films. If I remember correctly. Dun, 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 dun. I clicked on the wrong screen. It's this one. Hello, hi. I love Fantasia, so I don't understand why it wasn't more popular, because, I mean, I guess because it was so wildly different from what everyone else knew at the time. I will say, I do want to say one thing, chat. In fact, I'm gonna pause this for a second. I do want to say one thing, that I see a lot. There's always this lamentation about how IPs have taken over everything. How like the fatigue at Marvel and Star Wars and Disney characters, how the Disney parks used to be, you know, especially if you look at something like Epcot, and it was just like it was a concept unto itself. Like it was very much its own thing. And that's very much been lost over time as Disney has kind of put more and more recognizable Disney stuff into it. And I get it, but I also think, you know, companies are paying attention to primarily what makes them money, but to that end also what people want, right? And part of the worldwide media obsession with IPs is it is what seems to resonate with people, you know? It is the thing that people seem to get the most attached to, like identifiable characters, specific worlds and stuff like that. So I do find a lot of the complaining and lamentation over the rise and prominence of IPs to ring a little hollow, because ultimately it kind of like the public kind of gets what they're asking for in those terms. So, and when you look at, when, you know, it doesn't have to be this way. Again, it's another consequence of corporate culture, but trying to launch a new IP, trying to get a new IP to take hold is a huge risk, the way things are structured. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm fuck corporations, fuck shareholders, fuck advertisers, especially fuck advertisers. Fuck you. I don't want to be advertisable. Don't put your fuck commercials on my channel. Fuck you. But there are certain elements that I think consumers should be aware of the impact that they have on these things. You know? And we all, I mean, I'm a hopeless Star Wars kid. I always have been. I always will be. I'm part of the problem. And I think it's just important to recognize that we are part of the problem in some of these cases.
I'd buy that for $1.
Well, thanks for that. Anyway, let's play this licensed game, Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. Hi, Newhouser. Good timing. Don't worry. Gameplay is happening. Debate is over. I am pressing start. Jerusalem, 1194 AD, third year of the Third Crusade. That was the one that went really well, right? Arab dungeons. Sunset. Oh, this looks great. Oh, I'm just hanging out. Hey, why don't you stop torturing that man? Quiet, Englishmen, or your turn will be twice as long. You just left a sword here, you fucking moron? Eat shit! Oh my god, he exploded. Read last! So Pokemon Select sound effects. Looking nervously at my Transformers collection, I'm the worst leftist. Look. Look. No ethical consumption under capitalism, right? Take comfort in the things... Oh, it's gonna auto-scroll for me. Take comfort in the things you take comfort in, all right? Don't torment yourself over what you support or where your money goes or anything. If you can take a stand, if you can make a statement, do it. If you can't, don't lose your mind over it, okay? It'll be fine. Enjoy your Star Wars, enjoy your Transformers. No one here is gonna judge you for that. Do I need to find a key, or can I just... Yeah, I know the door's locked. I'm not stupid, video game. Look. Robin is an air prison and you see nothing of interest. Okay. So we actually have an RPG menu here. Oh no, there's a separate search command. Yeah, now we're a text adventure. I think I need to search. Yeah, there we go. Take it. I have grasped the key. Yeah, that's a door. That's a door. Good evening, probably won't stay too long. I'm tired as hell. Oh, Emerald, I'm so sorry to hear that. Having a shitload of infections lately. Pretty weird, confused. Having a good week. At least the week is good. I really hope you feel better soon. I hate to hear that. Hi. Free me and I'll show you the way out. Why should I trust you? If you don't, we're all dead men. Well, yes. Thanks, I'm Azim. There's a secret passage under the floor at the southeast corner. I also hit a door key nearby. Joined our merry band of mans. The door is locked. Do I need to find another fucking key? There's nothing of interest in this Arab prison. Ah, there we go. Take it. Been building a lot of Gundam kits lately. Prepare to die, infidel! Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, it's terrible. Oh, God, look at this little prance! I'm prancing on the table. Ow, my ankles. God. Oh God, he's doing the hammer slide. Victory, your foe is defeated. I took something, I have no idea what it was. This looks nice and tortury. Search. Robin Hood has found a secret passage. Never seen Sprite flicker this bad on the Game Boy. It's like they ported that over from the NES as well. This would be easier when we come back through with Bernard or Sid or Razor. I know, he just flies off the screen. Just kind of yeet him out of existence. Great. That man exploded. I'm such an amazing swordsman. I can make people explode Hokuto no Ken style. Pretty badass. I don't understand. Protag doesn't look like a fox at all. Where's our bear buddy, Little John? You think anybody we refer to as Little John is gonna show up willingly? They just want to live that down in peace. I'll just die with this dude and switch to Donatello and his bow. That's the worst Morgan Freeman sprite I've ever seen. I feel like there was something. No, I feel like this is a thing, chat. I feel like die infidels. No, you die. Wow, I just lost half my life from that guy touching I think there was something with the Robin Hood game where they weren't allowed to use the official likenesses. You finally complete your set of Berserk. Congratulations, Emerald. I know that was a long journey for you. I don't know where the Christ I'm going. Our escape lies just to the north. Oh no, they're surrounding us. Fight for your lives. So this is supposed to be Kevin Costner. This is Robin Hood, the titular Prince of Thieves. So then it switches to like this. I don't actually know what's happening. Like it zooms out for a bit and does a different perspective, and it's just like this massive, like, just waves of enemies forever and ever and ever. Could we win? Can we win? You want to know what's really funny about that sequence? It switches the weapon button. In the normal top-down sequences and the duels, attack is B. In that horde mode, attack is A. I am badly wounded, Robin. Hold on to my shoulder, Peter. We must hurry. My wound is mortal. I can go no further. We must hurry. More guards are coming. I will delay the guards as long as I can. Make your escape. Take this ring to my sister. Swear you will protect her for me. Swear it, Robin. I swear it. Let's go. Make a sacrifice in act of honor. Oh, I gotta pick up the ring. No, I exploded. You know, it's probably just as well. If I hit continue, where do we start from? I'm not doing this again. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. I swear I'll protect your sister probably does. Okay, so that was, what did I just, Robin Hood. Hood. The Robin. Race driving. Race driving is next. Let us race the drives. Race driving. Crossfire. Written a book about falling on my aunt's stairlift as a step-by-step guide. I feel weak, chat. I feel the light draining from me. There's just nothing left. Hello, Ultima 5. The NES port of Ultima 5 is one of the worst PC to NES ports I've ever seen. No, go back. Finally got Alan woke. Race driving. Vroom. Guys, that's the best Twin Peaks-like thing I've ever experienced when it comes to scenery. They really nailed the feel of it. I will give them that. Like, the Twin Peaks inspiration for Alan Wake is so obvious, but it's because they do it so well. Fuck the game for telling the forest is alive. Seriously, fuck that. But, I mean, it literally is. Alright, we're gonna do... Well, the road, that's... I need auto. I'm not smart enough for this. Stunt, autocross, super... Let's do stunt. Definitely a good start to the Alan Wake cinematic universe. All right, here we go. I broke my car. I went too fast. You gotta just roll over this gently. Boy, these sound effects, chat. Boy, howdy, these sound effects. I think this is a jump. Here we go. Vroom! To the moon. Whoop. Ah, the classic loop-de-loop. Here we go, chat. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Hey, we did it! I could never do that in the arcade, honestly. Okay, good. That's not a jump. Boy, if your car doesn't leave the track, it stays fucking glued to it. I got extra time. Hey, look, it's the other cars. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Gotta go fast. Must go faster. Must go. No! Okay, the real tragedy of this, when you would wreck your car in the arcade version, it would give you a replay of what you did, but obviously the Game Boy can't handle that. Can I be simultaneously really impressed by this port while also saying it looks really unplayable? Yes. No, I think that's entirely fair. We were basically there with what was it, Days of Thunder on Game Boy? I think Days of Thunder was basically the same thing. Let's do the basic bitch autocross one. Elon can shove a corn dog up his nose and angry his trans daughter is a better person than he is. I missed the conversation here, but fuck Elon Musk. Easily one of the worst people on Earth at the moment. Just an absolutely unrepentant piece of shit, and we'd all be better off without him. Is he actually gonna fight Zuckerberg? Like, is that a real thing that's gonna happen? And if it does, can Zuckerberg just like punch his brain out of his skull? I would be very okay with that happening. For OG Game Boy, this is fucking smooth. Yeah, I saw that thing about him wanting to pretend that cis is a slur. Because he's such a fragile piece of shit that being called what he is just completely unacceptable to him. Well, that's fucking too bad. I guess we don't necessarily have to call him cis. We could just call him a bigot. I suppose that would be more accurate. The ocean thirsts for more billionaires. Six calling him a dipshit, also fair. So I'm at once getting time and bleeding time, so. Oh, we're off-road. Like people think cis is slur, that people thinks trans is a slur. Big red flag. No, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. Again, it's just fucking telling on yourself, you know? They can't, these people are so stupid, they cannot help but tell on themselves constantly. Like you could go onto Twitter right now and be like, man, I hate bigots. Bigots are just the worst people in the world. And some random person will roll up and be like, why you gotta say incendiary shit like that, huh? It's a bigot. No one is gonna take exception to that, except a bigot. It's like fucking fishing with dynamite. Actually, I'm not sure that's the correct metaphor, but whatever. It's also not a metaphor, it's a simile. Like, there you go, like shooting fish in a barrel. There you go. It's almost as if he comes from a country that thought apartheid was okay until the 90s. Why am I still playing this? I don't know. Let's do Super Stunt. So it looks like we're gonna be driving around a mountain on this one. Anyway, happy Pride, everybody. No, stay on the track. Have to say this game is a valiant attempt. It really is. For how incredibly technologically advanced this was at the time, like this is something. This is an accomplishment. It's not good necessarily, but on a technical level, it's quite an accomplishment. It is genuinely pretty amazing what they could do on the Game Boy. All the stuff that they made work. It is an impressive turd. Breathtaking in its scope and grandeur. It's Argonaut, they developed Star Fox, did they? It's a jump. Oh, floor it. Whee! I did it. I mean, honestly, it works. It works well. It's really quite comprehensible for what it is. Go, baby, go, baby, go. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah! 15 seconds. I can do this. I can do this. Is it? Checkpoint. It's the check. Oh, wait. Is this a jump or what? No, it's not a jump. They have the poles when there's a jump. Do the controls correspond to the gear shift in the lower right? I couldn't tell you because I'm playing on automatic. Which actually now makes me wonder if you're playing in manual. If you're playing in manual, I guess you use up and down to shift. That would make sense to me. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. No, that's it. I almost. Oh God. Well, it's the authentic arcade experience because it's not like I ever finished a lap in the arcade. Also, I can't believe qualifier was like 2:12 for that one, and it took me 3 minutes to get that far. All right, I gotta say, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. That's remarkable to me. Really quite remarkable. So good on you, race driving. You made the effort, and I say it paid off. All right. No. Shut up. Reload. No, not that. All right, fine. Do the thing. One programmer, one artist, one musician, one tester. I mean, back in the day, that was all you needed. Yeah, considering the hardware limitations, they did amazing, I would say. Real technological achievement. That's been some of the most interesting stuff on Game Boys, the stuff that really pushes the limit of the hardware. I mentioned Days of Thunder. Days of Thunder is a surprisingly technically competent racing game, even if it's not particularly fun. There was that one game, was it X that we played? The sci-fi one where you fly around in tunnels on an alien planet and stuff. Going to bed now. See you guys. Emerald, take care of yourself. I really hope you feel better. Good luck with that. Well, I'll be thinking of you. Ren. Oh God, there's 2 Ren and Stimpy games. Oh, I don't want it. Oh, I don't want it. I really don't. But eventually we'll have to. Argonaut were technical fucking wizards on the OG Game Boy? Apparently. I'm out, chat. After my fall, I will never trust stairs again. They're always up to something. All systems go. Blast off into it. I'm not watching this shit. I don't care. Yes, vomit things. Jump over this chair and over whatever the hell that is. And Osh, would you be okay demonstrating the anti-support race driving for a second? It actually runs noticeably worse than GB port, which just kind of puts in perspective. When I have time later, I will. But my highest priority at the moment is getting through my magazine obligations for the evening. We must finish this tonight. I'm sorry, a button is hurting me now. Also, you made me jump into a... Fuck off. Well, they got a voice file in there. That's kind of impressive. I got pretty far in this game as a kid, but I never beat it. I want to go back and try it sometime. No, you don't. You really don't. Your memories deceive you, my friend. The look of pure enjoyment on his face is a thing to behold. God, fuck this. You absolutely should go back and try and beat it. Why would you wish such evil upon people? Why would you do that to somebody? No! This looks absolutely dire. It's because it is. Yeah, just vomit hairballs on things. It's great. You like this game? I mean, we've all made mistakes in life. Personal experience is the best teacher. I could tell you what my personal experience is teaching me right now. I don't think it'll surprise you very much. Oh, your life bar is powdered toast. Okay. I understood that reference, chat. Do you know why selection of games my conservative parents would allow us? They allowed Ren and Stimpy? That's a big eyeball. Also, we're going this way for some reason. Which just hit me. Bidets are your friends. Okay, so apparently the flashing segment of that hurts you. You can vomit eyeballs. Fuck off, God. It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's also dead. Okay, it's, okay, sure. I better watch out for these tape spools and flying light bulbs. I'm sorry, what do you want about? Oh my God, I have to climb. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's vertical.
Oh, joy.
You can do better than this. You deserve better than this. All right? I want to make sure we're very clear about this. People can have nice things. I can't because I'm a streamer. And I had the absolute genius idea to let people tell me what I should play. Skill issue. But no, seriously, you deserve better than this. We've come a long way as a species. I know it doesn't seem like it at times, but we've evolved in a lot of ways. And one of those ways is that you don't have to play terrible Ren and Stimpy Game Boy games anymore. You can play other things. You can do other things with your life. And this is an important power that you have. I abdicated that power long ago. So I suppose if there's any takeaway to this whatsoever, it's don't be like me. All right? Don't make the mistakes that I have in my life. Play Mario Land 1 and 2 into Oblivion. I wasn't allowed to have good games like Link's Awakening and Metroid 2, but we're a reason we were allowed to have Ren and Stimpy games. And Duke Nukem 3D? What the fuck? What the absolute fuck? Reminds me of friends when I lived in a Bible Belt town and weren't allowed to play Pokemon, but owned Call of Duty. Don't expect my conservative parents to have any sense of logic on those decisions. Yeah, I can imagine. You made so many mistakes, it's hard not to make your mistakes. I don't care about the story. Hello, here we are. Okay, something has to do, there's a thing here. Pause doesn't do anything. Use. C? Okay. I think I figured something out, chat. I think I actually logicked something out. Okay, wait. Oh my god, this is the saddest thing in the world. This is your attack. Sweet Jesus, that's your attack. Okay, that blows you that way. Okay, turn that off. Okay. This is trying to do early GB survival horror, basically. Because that's the vibe you're getting? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so when you find a dot on the ground, you hit select to go into your sub menu, and then it's under C. And you push this and it goes into your inventory. And then if you click on it from your inventory or weapons, it goes into your active slots. I get it. I get it. Okay, so now we're here. That guy is all tweaked the fuck out. Is there anything in any of these rooms? This is actually fairly encouraging, chat. Like, I'm actually sort of figuring out how this game works. I also point out to my parents I know how to format the drive on the computer at any time. I was the only one who knew how to properly use a DOS prompt. You know, I was barely 10 years old. Joke's on you, mom and dad. Yeah, you gotta be, when you have young kids, you have to be so, thank you, gentlemen. This is rumor control. Here are the facts. So you know, 377 model Eve crash land here. 2 survivors, was woman, is okay, whatever. You gotta be careful with kids and technology because they will learn it faster than you will. They will fucking run circles around you. Okay, I think this is the, I think that's the armory. So I need somebody to let me into the armory. They doubted me once. Do you guys want to help me or anything? Is there anything I can do here? Get ground for proving my point. They never doubted it again. I don't know. Do I need to go back to the main area? I do have a weapon, technically. I probably need to turn all this poor shit off again. Great niece was very talented at grabbing cell phones without the owner noticing when she was 2. Wow. Is there a button over here? Oh my god, the button's over here. Christ. I never even noticed that. Never even noticed it. Is there anything in here? Alright, I can't open this. Imagine why I have a strained relationship with my parents. This kid, I think, had just somehow casually set the family's Windows XP computer to 16 color mode. That was the thing when I was a kid. Like, the way you get good at technology is by pushing all the buttons. You just push all the buttons and you figure out what everything does. And if you break something, you figure out how to fix it. And kids are great at that. Kids are perfectly situated to do that. You gotta help us, I gotta cap them. It might be Alien time, I'm not sure. Kids will push all the buttons. Kids will figure out everything for you. I just died. Eggs are bad. But then you wait a couple months and somebody else is gonna come along and say eggs are good. Fuck you. Hi, Tradon. How's it going? Sometimes you ask to see something on my Galaxy Note passive phone. You pop the S Pen out and use it without a second thought. Ask my nephew why you target the S Pen out. His response is what? Okay, if you just get in the vicinity of an egg, you die instantly. How dare you? How dare you even attempt to interact with the egg in any way, shape, or form? Die. Die for your insolence. Apparently, if you get close enough to melee facehuggers, they just do, like, infinite damage to you as well. You know, that one's fine. He's not gonna hurt anybody. Nope. 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 You just die. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Bad game is bad, chat. News at 11. Alien Cubed is garbage. Someone requests what we actually already played Robin Hood. I'm sorry to say. We're going down the list here. So we're on the last Game Boy game, which is Spot the Cool Adventure. After this, we're doing Ultima and Zen. And that's gonna be pretty much everything. So the only thing that could really reasonably be requested at this point is Tiny Toon Adventure 2, and I don't think that was really bad or interesting enough to compel people. Brought a tear to his eye. But not for the reasons you're thinking. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Bad click. Generally don't know if I should feel bad for introducing you to Ultima 5 NES. You probably should. I'm just gonna say you probably should. I won't hold it against you. If we're to survive as a community, I can't hold any of this stuff against you per se. Guess it's this one. The NES port is the worst. Cool Spot. Wait, 1994? Is this it? Is this the Cool Adventure? Or is this not the Cool Adventure? I mean, it looks pretty cool to me. I'll take it. Oh, God. So this is a port of the Super Nintendo game. Like, I recognize this because I dumbass kid that I was, I actually rented the Super NES version. It had really good sprite art. Shut up. Fall damage? No. Wow, that spot is so cool. That was a pretty cool spot. Favorite things about Game Boy games, I use every single pixel they can reach on the screen. Yeah, because they had so little real estate to work with. I have a cool meter. My cool is at 18%. Oh, I bet that. Ow! Stop it. Now my cool's at 25%. Your cool is rising. So apparently, like, if you fall, oh, we're dead. Actually, hang on. I gotta see something. I'm curious. Hang on a second, chat. Because I know this game. I don't. If it is just the same thing as a Super NES game, I don't really want to bother with it. Actually, it's okay. I want to see what the other spot game is, because there are 2 spot games on here, and I'm wondering if maybe I was supposed to be playing the other one. No, that was it. Because that's not... Sorry, I saw Cool World, and I forgot that that was a film. So, yeah. There is just that one cool spot game, and it's a port of the Super NES version, which... I mean, we might as well just play the Super NES version at some point, then. Spot Goes to Hollywood. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that made it... Unless it's not sorted under C, it's sorted under S. Oh, that's... God, Jesus. Justin Brett, you gave me a fucking heart attack there. I was like, where is Shadow Gambit on this page? And I was like, oh yeah, Next Fest demo. Ah, Jesus. What's up, Spy Opportunity? Welcome in, welcome in. Glad you're here. You're just in time for some NES torment. Well, we gotta talk about it first. We gotta make our peace with it first before we fight our way through it. Ultimate Warriors of Destiny from FCI. Suggested retail price, $60 human dollars in 1993. Memory size 2 megabits plus 64K. Game type, 3rd in the Lord British RPG series. Now, Shadows has been posing this as Ultima 5. So does that mean 3rd in the Lord British RPG series would mean 3rd on the NES? The Lord British RPG is my favorite genre. Lord British has vanished into the underworld and the Shadow Lords have been corrupting the land. This battery pack involves you in the struggle to regain Britannia along with your trusted allies. Real-time battles and exploration of vast world. Keep monsters get real-time battles. Wait, real-time battles? I thought that was an RPG. Tradon's freaking out now. How do the ports get the green light if they all suck shit? Because they don't care. They just want their properties on another console. The hot new thing. This is the game with the isometric perspective. The entire game is rotated 45 degrees? Yes, it is awful. Up to 80 hours of gameplay, chat. My God, the value. That's less than $1 per hour. Plus side, character selection includes answering questions to determine your strengths and weaknesses. Very realistic. By choosing topic headings, you can hold a conversation with characters. Expect a huge world with hundreds of characters and good tale. So, their high points for Ultima are character creation is neat, you can talk to people, and it big. That's all we got. On the minus side, control functions are not intuitive, which leads to frustrating delays in the game. For instance, to talk to someone requires 3 separate operations, which is too many. I agree with that. It's one of my hang-ups with the old Dragon Quest style games. I don't want to go into a submenu to talk to people, or walk upstairs, or open a door. I don't need that in my life. Final Fantasy did all that, but better. So, I'll put up with it if the game is good, but skill issue, yeah. Tiny Teen Adventure 2 Trouble in Wacky Land. They suggest this retailing for between $40 and $50. That's far more reasonable. Buster and his buddies are invited to the Wacky Land Fun Park by a mysterious secret admirer. Actually, the park is full of troublesome traps. You get to play with many of the Tiny Teen characters in this game. Check out all the rides in this month's review. Each of the 5 stages requires different skills and uses a different character. The stages of inventive play, such as Bab's ability to spin around in 360 degrees on the roller coaster. It is unique. It is cool that you have different characters. But, that's a big old but. The graphics, especially the backgrounds and enemies, are a bit disappointing. As for the gameplay, is not very forgiving. 3 hits and you're out. Then you must start over at the beginning of the stage, which takes a long time. Yeah, we found that out the hard way. And finally, Zen Intergalactic Ninja, which I am covering up right now. So let me just yeet myself over into this corner. Genesis version is the exact same thing with the graphics. It's one of the only times I specifically said no to a game just because of graphics. Shadows, thank you so much for the bits. They mean Ultimate Warriors or Destiny is the third name. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Zen Intergalactic Ninja. Again, $40 to $50. Pretty reasonable, except this game is crap, so don't buy it at all. Each stage is a different look and feel. Oh, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Excuse me. The world can't long survive the menace of Lord Contaminus and his acid reign of terror. See what they did there, chat? Nintendo Power shows you how to clean up in this issue. Yeah, we did a feature on it. Go look at the feature. Each stage has a different look and feel and requires new moves and strategies. You can choose any of the more four main stages from a map plus the options screen. Unless you choose difficulty level, number of lives up to 4. Cool, you can pick stuff. Some of the stages are quite repetitious. Repetitious is how you say that word. The forest stage, for example, requires you to continually go back and forth between the boss and the fort. Yeah, that stage sucks. That stage was like, I didn't need to see anything else. That stage alone convinced me this game was hot shit. Not the good kind of hot shit, the bad kind of hot shit. Like steaming, like a steaming pile on the sidewalk, just waiting for you to tread on it and get all jammed up into the treads of your shoes that you're then gonna have to pick out with a toothpick later. Yeah, that kind of shit. Poor hit detection can be frustrating when you whack a baddie and it doesn't count. Yep, all of that sucks. All of that is garbage. And we get to experience it again. A frothing dumpster fire of medical waste. Couldn't have said it better myself. But first, chat, we must face our destiny. We must face that which lies ahead of us, so that we might make it that which lies behind us. And in so doing, progress as a people. You should be, Shadows. I haven't even tried to play this yet, but you should be, sorry. Warriors of Destiny! So there were only 3 Ultimas on the NES. Exodus, Quest of the Avatar, Warriors of Destiny. I don't know if they go in that order, but even if they didn't. Whatever, who cares? Let's play this awful game. He is a robot, he is a cop. He is a robot cop. For this, he is a Robert. Oh, this is a Lord British game, chat. How quaint. New hero. I said new hero. Wow, this is very blue. Thy absent lord forbids thee to join thy friends in battle. Dost thou honestly obey, or show valor and aid thy comrades? I'm honest. I said I'm honest, chat. Thy lord desires a piece of land and orders its owner removed. Dost thou justly refuse him, or honor thine oath and evict the landowner? Well, honor, obviously. Thy dying uncle asks thee to run his tavern and leave thy righteous work. Dost thou sacrifice for thy kin, or decline and follow the spiritual sacrifice? You are asked to cheer the children in a hospital with tales of your valor. Dost thou play the braggart out of compassion, or humbly let another go? I shall be humble. I sacrificed this game for Pokemon in 4 years. Thou hast sworn loyalty to thy lord, yet he hath committed a crime. Dost thou report it honestly, or uphold honor and be silent? I report it. I narc upon him. Thou art a wealthy merchant. Thy end is near. Dost thou sacrifice thy wealth to starving children, or humbly live out thy life, willing thy fortune to heirs? I am humble. Thy lord doth mistakenly believe he slew a dragon that you actually killed. Dost thou honestly claim the kill, or humbly permit thy lord his bleed? I am honest, to a fault. Oh, this is Narkiplier. God, for like the brief, like I wasn't looking directly at him. For the briefest second, I thought that was in fact RoboCop. Britannia! Yes, it must be Britannia. My friend, shouts a familiar voice, racing towards you, is Shamino. Hurry, we must escape before the Shadow Lords notice the summonings. Before you can move, the darkness begins to swirl and change. 3 shapes begin to materialize. Shadow Lords, hisses Shamino as he draws a sword and moves between you and the dark shapes. Then, with a flick of its hand, a Shadow Lord casts a... Oh god, he's fucking dead, I think. A Shadow Lord casts a glowing bolt of energy. Upon impact, Shamino slumps to the ground. The Shadow Lords then turn their attention to you. Upon recognizing you as the Avatar, the Shadow Lords fade back into the night. I can't believe Shamino is fucking dead. After carrying your wounded companion to Iolo's hut, the events of late are told unto you. Lord British led a band of brave fighters into the dark underworld, but his party was quickly overwhelmed by the creatures within. Lord British has not been seen again. Oh yeah, that him all right. That manly jawline, sharp cheekbones, crow perched nobly around his brew. Since that day, Blackthorn, a trusted subject of Lord... Oh, that's not even him. That's Blackthorn. Has been seen to the ruling of Britannia, and the Shadow Lords began to appear corrupted in some manner. Blackthorn is now mercilessly cruel, quite unlike the Blackthorn of old. Since the appearance of the Shadow Lord's reign, Blackthorn has been one of the pressure of tyranny. The meanings of the virtues have been twisted. Rule of Britannia must be restored to Lord British if he still lives. Oh, this moves like ass. This is not good. You like this song? This can play the entire game? No, I do not. Shadows, I do not like this song. I would like this song to go away. Immediately. This is highlight. Oh god, sorry, put me to sleep. Oh, it's so exciting, chat. God, I love this. I love the power hours. I love that we can come together and play video games of fashion.
I like it.
I don't. Shut up. Avatar, Shamino, Iolo, food, torch, spellbook, wide red poet, blah, look at all this stuff. Wait, why did my... Don't put your shield away, idiot. Use that. Good. Well done. How do I just want to talk to this person. I literally just want to talk to this person. Oh my god, I figured it out. You push B, you move the cursor, and you push B again. I am Judge Dryden, head Inquisitor. Inquisitor? This is the court of His Majesty Blackthorn. Bye. Fucking fascinating stuff. Confess? What do I have to confess? Oh god. Confess. Art thou here to confess? Yes. We have time. We have time. Okay, bye. We have time. That's cool. Ultima from Ultima was all about these weirdly dizzying kind of overhead perspectives. Yeah, this is a really gross perspective. I am barely wounded by a patch of garbage on the ground. Some fucking avatar I am. Don't blame us artists, blame Nintendo Power. They didn't feature bad games, this wouldn't be happening. Where the Christ am I going? I watched Kiko play one of these the end of an episode using the Armageddon spell, and it's pretty damn funny. Blame yourself or God. I guess I can blame the avatar for this one. Bro, where am I? And more importantly, where am I going? There's a house and there's a court. And that's it. Nothing else exists. Maybe this is a road of some sort? It's hard to tell because it's black and red. And that's kind of gross. We seem to have run out of road. Monsters to the south, good. Something's going to happen now. Not that this isn't amazing, but this isn't amazing. Please, just fuck me up, Monster Daddy. What the hell is this? Sign. Alright, dipshit. What do you think you do with a sign? Tell me. What do you think you do with a sign? It is so hard to move in this too. Welcome to the Ealer's Herbs. Bye. Sulfurous ash would cost thee 1, 2, 4, 100. And Tim Scroll. Bye. You beat the game already? Wow, this is super impressive. Okay, moving on. Not related to anything going on right now. We need a Nintendo Seal quality mode or maybe just add to the Power Hours overlay. What is that? Can I have it? Scroll. Oh, I think I have it now. And a Black Pearl. Did I just doom the world or something? Why is it dark now? Oh, this is a day night. Oh, that's what that bar at the top is, isn't it? That's like moon cycles and stuff. Contracted the bubonic plague. Good. God, just find me some monsters. Fuck me up. Let there be an end of it. They did put monsters in the... They did import the monsters. God, that'd be so fucking funny. If some just completely incompetent company ported an RPG and did such a bad job of it, they forgot, like, the combat. Hello, I am Leof. Do you have a job? Same as Josh, I'm a farmer. Lovely sunrise. Isn't it hard to resist such beauty? Yeah, this guy wants to fuck the sunrise. Alright, you degenerate. I'm leaving. Does Britannia have monsters? Actually, on this DOS game, you have to sneak around at night for the plot progression. The guards and some townsfolk support Blackthorn stuff. Oh, God. I am Pendra. I'm not gonna buy anything. Sant Talisman. I need to stress, chat. When you push something in this, the feedback is so terrible. Like, half the time when you press A or B, nothing happens. You just kind of have to mash at it. Directions are so, like, awkward and stilted. Everything is so slow and clunky. It's bad, is what I'm trying to say. It's really fucking bad. Welcome to Lord Camtabrigan's British Castle. What the fuck is your name? Chuckles the Jester, that's me. What's your job? I'm mining the castle. Dost thou know what Cantabriganium means? No. Then look it up. I want fun. Art thou enjoying the game? No. Here I have a coin. Now they're enjoying yourself? Bye. You piece of shit. Trying to bribe me into thinking this game is good when it isn't? How dare you, sir? I take offense to your illusions. Will somebody please kill me? Like, is it just too much to ask for somebody to just come along and end my shit? I am Terrence, pleased to meet thee. What's your job? I farm for a living, hard work in dark times. Dost thou have enough to eat? No. Not everyone does these days. Dost thou know of the resistance? Resistance. If it weren't for the resistance, I'd have nothing. Speak to the owner of the arms of justice. Bye. This is nothing. It's a hollow pursuit, chat. It's a hollow pursuit. The coit is poison. Death will come soon. Alright, I'm giving this like one more minute, and if I don't find some monsters to just fuck my shit right up, we're moving on. I'm not even gonna bother talking to anybody. I don't care. I don't care. Bring me monsters or bring me death. Would you prefer to play Pugsley instead? Possibly yes. Can I jump in the ocean? This is genuinely one of the worst game points ever. I have been wandering literally all night. Monsters of the South. Let me fucking have it. Just ruin me. Just end me. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. Maybe they did. Maybe they actually did forget to port the monster. Is that a... What the fuck is this? Is that a ladder in the grass? Is there a dungeon? Can you dungeon me? That I know it's a down ladder, you fucking asshole. You use it! Yeah, the blue spots on the ground hurt you. Please, please. You can't approach from above. There's like mountains? I don't know what this fucking is. Just all I ask in my okay. I'm done. It's crap, chat. It's crap. It's crap. Crap. It really sucked. It sucks to an incredible degree. Now let's play Zen Intergalactic. Oh god. Boodly doodly doo. What do I wanna... High speed railway, sure. High speed railway. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh, this is not gonna be good. Ow, I'm dying. Ow. It's a goddamn turbo tunnel all over again, chat. Game looks fantastic visually. Yeah, too bad it is no fun to play. It is just bad idea after bad idea after bad idea. Ow, what? How am I supposed to know that's gonna happen? Ow. Boy, good thing you can jump around corners. That's cool looking. Chat, I'm tired in my soul. I do like that the boulders get yeeted off into the background. That's pretty funny. Credit to checkpointing. Yeah, we would have stopped by now otherwise. Wow, you're not very good at this game. I'm pretty okay with being bad at garbage. I don't take that personally. They literally just lied to me about where the switches were.
I like it.
All right. All right. All right. We're done here. We're done, chat. I'm turning off requests. This is a little unprecedented, technically. I'll show you why, in fact. I'll show you why. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm turning this page. This is why. I'm not letting you request Eon Man. I'm not letting you request Bomberman. And I definitely don't want anything coming back from last time on the chart here. So, yeah. We're finishing this issue. We're finishing this issue. I realize now I need this vacation from the power hours, if nothing else. Anyway, Eon Man. From 60 years in the future, time divers come back to protect young man. He'll change the future for the better in this game. Play is the thing, not the theme. Actions reminiscent of Ninja Gaiden, quite challenging. Plump power-ups keep you going. The ninja art super attack is great. Play control sharp. The unoriginal theme falls flat for having been done better by Terminator 2. Why does a time traveler have ninja art? Shut the fuck up. We've done it, chat. We beat him. We won whatever it is that we won. Why did the kid just cross out that part of the Bomberman review? Must feel review. It's a must feel review, chat. Bomberman 2. Bomberman with blast blocks, badge, remade, spam explosives is really a strategy game. Bomberman 2 is easy to understand, still captivating. Look at the stage, is so similar, you might run to progress. Yep. All fair. All fair. Remember Power Hours is your favorite stream? Good times? It's, you know, it's possible to have too much of a good thing. It's possible to linger too long in a place that you once enjoyed until those feelings of joy turn to ire. And I think that's what happens here. I think maybe we found the upper limit of how long we should spend on any particular issue, and I think it's 11 streams. I don't think it's unreasonable to say that 11 streams might be a bit too much for any one particular issue. This is why February is the shortest month they knew. Honestly, giving us more on Zay saying the matter was your problem. Look at part 3 on the next page. First question. Yeah, let me get out of the way of this. Let me see if is there anything else in the chart? Adam's Family, Erebiz, Cybernair, Dragon's Lair, Gods, Harley's Humongous Adventure, Jeopardy, Wing Commander. We've literally played all of those. On Game Boy, Alien 3, Darkwing Duck, Little Mermaid, Race Driving, Rampart, Ren and Stimpy, Robin Hood, Spot School Adventure. I think we played all of those. NES style, Bomberman 2, Eon Man, Tiny Toon Adventure. So I think this is a rare issue where we have played every single game that came up, possibly twice. Adam's Family. Okay, Adam's Family played twice. Erebiz was requested twice, but I only played it once. Cybernator we played twice. Dragon's Lair we played once. Gods we played once. Harley's we played twice. Jeopardy we played... I want to say once. Wing Commander we played twice. Alien 3 we played twice. Darkwing once. Mermaid once. Race Driving once. Rampart once. Ren and Stimpy twice. Robin Hood once. Spot twice. Or once or twice? Maybe once. Bomberman 2. Well, Bomberman 2 and Eon Man, I cut you all off. I get the feeling somebody would have requested one of these things. All the NES titles we all played once, except for Zen, we played twice. So yeah, I think we overdid it on this one. That's what I'm feeling here. So anyway, let's clear through the rest of this so I can sleep the sleep of the just. Power Puzzlers. Test your skills and knowledge in Nintendo games by completing the puzzles on this page. If they get too tough, the answers to puzzles 1 and 3 at the bottom of it. So match the character in the column to their weapon, the enemy that they fight. So Samus uses her mouth on Dracula. No, that can't be right. Mega Man uses the Master Sword on Rockman. I would have definitely requested again just to try and break your spirit. I'm close. I'm right. If I hadn't closed requests, I think I would be dead right now. Now find all the names and weapons in this puzzle. Unscramble the words below and use them to fill in the blanks in the right column. After you've unscrambled all the words, the letters in the parentheses. All the words can be found in Zelda Link to the Past. What's the most difficult item for Link to find? The Triforce, really? Okay. I was trying to find out what a Drouselastric is. New Elven subrace in D&D. Oh, God. Huh, okay. Moving on. Packwatch! Let's talk about what's... Why is there Wayne Worlds here? Don't put Wayne's World here. We've had enough Wayne's World. There is no more. One is obviously Ugnan. I love Ugnan. Big fan of Ugnan. Look at all this stuff that is still yet in our future, chat. Mech Warrior. There is... Can we not win? Okay, so just a reminder. Requests are closed at this point. I don't play anything from Packwatch because Packwatch is a preview of things that are getting their own features in general further down the line. So yeah. Nice try, some dillweed. Nice fucking try. I will not be fooled. I did play Alien 3. We played it for like 3 minutes. It was garbage and I hated it. Even though I was starting to figure out how things work. I'm spent, chat. I have expended all the patience and attention and enjoyment that I have on this issue. It must end. It must end and I need a break. I need a break real bad. Does that say this one bad? I don't know. I do not know. Anyway, we got Mech Warrior coming up. In the future of FASA's Mech Warrior, battles are fought by enormous walking, flying machines called mechs. Human pilot cockpit has a, yeah, we get it. There's fighting, 16 missions on different planets, each with its own goals and strategies. Make a contract before each mission, receive payment only if you succeed. Use that money to upgrade your mech, buy a new one from the 8 basic mech models. Story here too is, as in Wing Commander, you can get advice from people at home base. That information can be used to track down the Dark Wing Lance who murdered your father. Oh, dead father. I request the end of the issue. We're getting there. We're gonna make it. I'll definitely be requesting Shadowrun when the time comes. We'll play a bit of Shadowrun. I have streamed a complete Shadowrun long time ago, before the Power Hours came to be. Because Shadowrun is legit one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo. Star Fox. I don't need to read you what Star Fox is. It's Star Fox. Yeah, that was before your time, Manic. That was early days of retro console nights. I think that was right before I got the Super NT. I think Shadowrun, it was either Shadowrun or Super Mario RPG was the last game I played on my actual Super Nintendo before I got the Super NT. Not all future adventures take place off-world in Shadowrun from Day to East. The place to be is Seattle, where technology and magic come together in a nightmare vision of corporate greed and ancient powers. In 1993, they knew, chat. They already knew. Foss's popular role-playing game takes form on the Super NES as a strategy adventure. You're Jake, a man who has been left for dead in the morgue. As you explore and gather clues, you'll discover what happened to you and what you have to do about it. The overhead three-quarter view may remind you of Equinox. Oh god, don't name drop Equinox here. Not now, not like this. But precision control is less of a factor in this game. More important is the discovery of weapons and information, which you can gain from the enemies. Mix of RPG and adventure, plus a huge game world and inventive story makes Shadowrun an exciting title. Look for it this spring. I remember the issue that this one is featured in. That one is one of my favorites. It's what convinced me to get this game and why I was able to play it and love it for so very, very long. The Wayne's World description, holy shit. First, make a movie, then sell the rights for someone to make a video game. Now take a digitized image of your face and stick it on a video game character body. Cool. Finally add great sound, lots of digitized speech, Elvis impersonators, and sick stuff, tough stage of action, and you've done it. The levels and bosses gameplay is nothing new, but it's sure to strike a chord with Wayne's top 10 video game fans and more. Great sound is certainly words that they put on the page in reference to something. Our ancient powers is just normal gerontocracy. Oh, fucking Wayne's World. God. Alright, what else we got? Oh no, chat. Oh no. Ace Harding Lost in Las Vegas. This one never came out, right? This one never happened, right? Or am I just forgetting? Hang on. Did it happen? No, it didn't. Ace Harding never happened. I feel like I would have remembered another MacVenture style game. It never came out. Funny, it's giving me deja vu. When we last left Ace Harding, he was in Chicago having just solved the mystery of who killed Joey Siegel in the detective RPG Deja Vu. Now Ace is in Vegas in a bathroom, where else? But he doesn't know how he got there, and you can bet he's up to his neck in it once again. Kemco went all out in this latest mystery to capture the feel of a gritty Sam Spade yarn. Both the text and graphics add to the atmosphere, especially the text, which was rewritten here in the US. So wait, the translation was done? Also a lot of humor and more interaction with more characters. Fans of Deja Vu and Shadowgate will feel at home with the point-and-click interface as they search for clues. If you like a good whodunit, this game may be out by summer. GBC version? Definitely a shame it didn't come out, yeah. Yeah, I own all the MacVentures on Steam. I think they came with the Shadowrun remake, which I personally think is really good. Alien 3 on the NES. I'm not looking forward to that. Ice Challenge from American Techno. Oh, it's another Kunio-kun game. I'm sorry, Crash and the Boys from Street Challenge and River City Ransom are back for another sporting event. This time on the ice. I'm sure it'll be great. Kid Dracula is really fun. I played Kid Dracula. It's in the, Kid Dracula's in the Castlevania collection, if I remember correctly. Crash the Bridge. Later released for the Game Boy Color as part of Deja Vu and Deja Vu 2, the casebooks of Ace Harding. What's up, Yang Morris? I hate to tell you this, we're on the tail end of tonight. We played a lot of games, both bad and worse, tonight. So we're just going through the final pages of this issue to wrap things up. This is a nice preview of stuff that we're going to be looking at in the future, though. Like, I know we're going to be playing Kid Dracula. I imagine Great Greed is something y'all are going to request. You can say that Great Greed from Namco is the first environmentally conscious RPG, and you'd be right, but you'd also miss the point, chat. This massive 2 megabit pack, as big as Metroid 2, has all the elements of a Final Fantasy or Dragon Warrior game. Exploration, combat, tons of items, parties, multiple characters, and earned experience. The text gets a bit toxic, but if you can get beyond that, there's enough gameplay here to keep an RPG fanatic happy for many hours of environmentally responsible fun. This did come out. Well, now I'm trying to remember if it even got a Nintendo Power feature, because I feel like I would remember if it did. We may have to keep an eye out for this one in Now Playing in the future. Screenshot on Wikipedia is killing me. Yeah. Yeah, 22 damage. Yeah, 22 damage. Dig the Kid Dracula art style. I do too. I think Kid Dracula has a really neat style to it. I also love that it's considered part of the Castlevania series. Subtitles, Sam faces off against a wiener. Kid Dracula's Toriyama. Oh, I can see that, yeah. And of course, there's Adventure Island 2, which looks like a straight port of Adventure Island, so. Kid Dracula doesn't, that is Alucard, yes. He's over there, sorry. He's over there, chat. Way over there. Over that away. So yeah. I mean, we'll be checking out as much of this stuff as possible. Ace Harding we might need to go a bit out of our way for, but. What else we got? Pack Watch Up, oh my god. Oh my fucking god, chat. This screenshot up here of Alien vs. Predator tormented me as a kid. I was so excited because I because once the arcade beat 'em up came out, I was like, oh my god, I want this on home consoles, and it just fucking never happened. Oh no, SNES Lord of the Rings. Oh god, SNES Lord of the Rings. If only Doomstream. Oh, this is dense, chat. There's a lot to talk about here, so let's get to it. Over the past month, PackWatch devs have been getting crowded with sample games for all three Nintendo systems. Time for a little pre-spring cleaning. You need sleep, Manic? Don't worry, I'm wrapping up pretty soon. I'm fading fast, so yeah, you're not gonna miss much. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for coming out. SNES Lord of the Rings is one of the worst action RPGs I've ever played. Activision is working on Aliens vs. Predator for the Super NES. The early version picture here features big characters and some great weapons. Storyline is original, not borrowed. Not borrowed from the Dark Horse comics of the same name. High-Tech has put together a Sharp 16-bit version of Lair in Time's Carmen Sandiego. I actually don't remember this coming out. Also getting up to speed is Rock and Roll Racing from Interplay. We're definitely gonna play that. I still don't know what I'm gonna do about the music in that, but yeah. Claymates, a multi-character scrolling game featuring claymation graphics and speedy play, should appear this spring. Be followed up by a second claymation title that Interplay says is completely unlike Claymates, whatever that means. Are they talking about Clay Fighter? Was that Interplay? I know we don't do community nights these days. I kind of love an edutainment game at night. I may bring it back when we get back from Japan. I think maybe I'm ready to do a tentative return to letting y'all do stuff again. We'll see. We'll see. It won't be in July. Because, I mean, I'm not getting back until the 17th, so. But we might start talking about it then. We might do one for August or September. We'll see. We'll see. Interplay is also working on a Lord of the Rings game that includes digitized film from the 1970s Ralph Bakshi movie that used rotoscope animation. Sources Interplay told Packwatch that unlike the movie, the game will follow Hobbit hero Frodo Baggins all the way to Mordor and the crack of doom. Speaking of Doom, Doomsday Warriors, the first planned release from Renovation, to be followed closely with the sci-fi adventure Dream Probe. What the hell is this? Doomsday Warrior features 7 characters in street fighting type action with plot cinema scenes. Dream Probe, a 6th-level action game. You must enter the mind of a girl who is trapped in a nightmare. There's also an element of adventure to the game because you must find special weapons. I've never heard of any of this. Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be based on the Bakshi movie. Yeah. The movie's cool, but what? Outlander from Mindscape puts you in the driver's seat of a post-Holocaust nightmare. Racing action game also has a story that relaxes behind the wheel. The Lost Mission from Vic Tokai is said to be nearing completion. It's British development house. RPG with time travel theme. Really? Time traveling RPG. I don't think that happened. THQ is hard at work here in the now with its Super NES Ren and Stimpy title. Happy, happy, joy, joy, or, you know, not. Some licensees are developing sci-fi and fantasy, others are firmly playing reality. Hudson Soft is doing volleyball and F1. Also, Super Bomberman. Now, the Super Bomberman games, I'm really excited for. Super Bomberman 2 in particular, I love. Jaleco, famous for its Bases Loaded series, is turning the ice with pro sports hockey. Super Strike Eagle from Microprose puts players in control of an F-15E. More street fighting action, do an Ultimate Fighter from Culture Brain. Jaleco's Brawl Bros. Namco's Battle Cars, a racing action game in which players stock up on weapons and batter each other. Long-awaited Tecmo NBA Basketball is on the way. On the 8-bit video game front, look for DuckTales 2. Woohoo! To be just as solid as the original. I've never played DuckTales 2. Not even in ROM format. FCI's 2 new offerings do the Spring Hills Far, which is an interesting blend of RPG and action, and Break Time, a pool game. Ocean develops Hollywood licenses. Next releases should be Lethal Weapon and Cool World. Wow. Wow, okay. Both Indiana Jones' The Last Crusade and Indiana Jones' The Temple of Doom are in development for later this summer. Ubisoft may also produce NES versions of both games. Other Game Boy news, Legend of Zod from Vic Tokai promised to be a huge RPG. Top Rank Tennis from Nintendo is also planned to be released. Finally, after going through a complete gameplay and graphics change, the incredible Crash Test Dummies from Acclaim should be appearing soon for NES. So chat, here's the deal. Here's something I want to mention to you. Some of this stuff is not going to be around for a while. Some of this stuff is going to be way off in the distance. Some of this stuff we may have the opportunity to play on like a free-for-all night before it gets featured in the magazine, or some stuff may have never released in the States and we might have to play the Japanese version or a leaked prototype or something like that. I would make note of anything particularly interesting here that you would like to see or at least investigate, and maybe research it on your own. See if it actually came out, see where it ended up, how it was received, and maybe look for an opportunity to like kind of slip it in there somewhere when the streams allow for it. Because there is a bunch of stuff in this big block of text that I've never heard of, and I don't genuinely know if it even really exists or not, so. In particular, these RPGs, Hills Far I've never heard of, Legend of Zod I've never heard of, The Lost Mission. Need to inflict Cool World on you at some point? Somebody did manage to do that. We have played SNES Cool World, and it is dog shit. It is real bad. So, anyway, chat, with that, we made it. We're here. We have survived. It's finally happened. We're finally free. If you can believe it. Next issue. What do you got to look forward to next issue? Star Fox. I'm sure we'll be playing some more Star Fox. Tiny Toon Adventures. The SNES game is pretty solid. I have played that before. Dragon Warrior 4. We're gonna need to talk about Dragon Warrior 4. We're gonna debate when I get back if Dragon Warrior 4 needs a full playthrough or not. And Adventure Thailand 2 on the Game Boy, plus a whole bunch more stuff. I do remember the next issue being pretty notable. So there is more stuff coming up in the future, in the next issue, which, chat, if you must know, we will start the next issue of Nintendo Power in 4 weeks. 4 weeks from now will be March of 1993. So strap in, batten down the hatches, and prepare yourselves. Do Dragon Quest IV request a remake, a significantly better version of the game? I have found... We'll have to talk about it. We will talk about it. I have found in the past that modern remakes of games don't seem to do as well as playing the original version. It does seem like when people come out to see weird old games, to my channel at least, they're looking for the originals. The modern graphics, modern rebalances tend to drive people off. Oh yeah, and if it's on the DS, that's uncharted territory. I don't know how I would do that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see. I mean, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna do it until after we're done with the March issue. So I mean, realistically, this isn't even a possibility until April, or not April, August. Well, maybe April. If these issues just keep getting longer and longer for us. But yeah, don't expect to see hide nor hair of Dragon Warrior 4 until August at the earliest. So. Oh my God, we did it. We made it. We've come out the other side. 11 nights, chat. Took us 11 nights to get through this issue. Unbelievable when you think about it. Let me see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We started this over a month ago. We started this issue on May 18th. Assuming we didn't miss any nights. Oh no, we might have. I think we missed a night or two because of bad internet, didn't we? It might have been even further back than that. Anyway, it's been over a month. I'm ready for a break. I don't need a vacation from streaming, but I think I do need a vacation from the power hours. Congrats on getting in the far-flung future of March 1993. Recommend because I know you're really apprehensive about grinding on stream, and 8-bit Dragon Quest is really grindy sometimes. I think my position on that is evolving as well. I may not be as apprehensive about grinding as I used to be. I think it depends a lot on the game itself. We'll see. Thank God the dreaded February has been defeated. Also been nice with a lot of talk and not as much games. Also true. Also true. Yeah, grinding may just be an opportunity to talk more. If we come equipped with discussion topics, it really might not be that bad. So, yeah. I mean, it might be the kind of thing, if we get to a night, like maybe in the future, you know it'd be really funny, chat. You know it'd be really funny. What if we picked a game that requires basically no brain power to play? Like, maybe a super baseline RPG. I'm talking like Dragon Quest 1 baseline, or maybe even beyond that. Maybe like an idle clicker or something. Something that just requires no brain power whatsoever to get through. And when we have these nights where like the conversation just spirals on and it becomes clear that we're not actually going to accomplish anything, what if we have a default game that we just slip into whenever that happens?
What if the next time we get on an absolute, like, just like a conversational tear? Yeah, what if we just start playing Cookie Clicker or something? Not... I would have to stop narrating everything I do in Stellaris. I think... Wait. I see Fury, I see Chaos. Y'all just want more Stellaris. You can't fool me. I know what you're on about. Placid Plastic Duck Simulator? I've never heard of that. Say getting through grindy early RPGs faster in action games because the streamer actually starts on time. Wouldn't that be so funny? Wouldn't that be so funny? I might consider this, chat. I might consider it. Would be a really funny way to work our way through the Dragon Quest series. Is every single time we start talking for too long, like if a conversation lasts for more than 15 minutes, I just start Dragon Quest. We just play Dragon Quest in the background while we talk about things. I wasn't fooling A with it when I'm being transparent with my love of that game. I'd request Stellaris a lot too. I thought that was not what you want in a simple mindless game. StarCraft playing Zerg Rush. No, I'm so bad. I'm so incredible. Wow, we actually ran out of... Wow. This is perfect timing, in fact. We ran out of NES music. 1 hour and 50 minutes. I started at the beginning. So we spent 1 hour and 50 minutes of tonight not playing games. And we've been streaming for 2 hours and 50... Wow. It never comes out that evenly, chat. We've talked for exactly 1 hour and 50 minutes, and we played exactly 1 hour of games. That's surprising. Placid Plastic Duck Simulator is fun and dirt cheap. I'll have to check it out. I didn't even know it existed. Been enjoying a puzzle game lately because it's a bit mindless. Yeah, it's got it. I think the big hang up for me, it has to be something that I'm not going to narrate. I am so inclined to narrate everything I do. And I need something where I don't need to do that. I mean, I feel like eventually with Stellaris, we will get to that point if we keep playing it, where I'll have done everything so much and people understand maybe what's going on, or just be content to not understand what's going on, that I won't need to narrate over it when you just talk about whatever. As long as it's not COD games, no, I don't. A first-person shooter is not going to work. A first-person shooter is never going to be mindless for me. I need to focus on what I'm doing. Also, I like Voice of Cards as narration is also straightforward. Power Wash Simulator. I'm actually going to put this down, chat, as a side note for when I get back from Japan. I'm going to make a note to find mindless chatting game. I'm personally invested in this now. I want to... No, not Slay the Spire. Okay, look. Anything that's going to require a level of strategy beyond something like Dragon Quest is not going to work. I don't even think a Final Fantasy game would work. Like, yeah, most of the battles in Final Fantasy are pretty mindless, but I would want to comment on the plot too much. And there are actual like gimmick fights where you have to pay attention and like not hit the shell or whatever, or match up vulnerabilities and stuff. So yeah, I'm saying Dragon Quest 1 is maybe the most complicated game I would consider for this. Power Wash Simulator is probably more, yeah. I would say like House Flipper, but House Flipper also has some actual choices to make. Oh, Marbles on Stream? Marbles on Stream would be fun just to play with people. Vampire Survivors might actually work. You don't really need to narrate what's going on, and there's not a whole lot of... I mean, I've played Vampire Survivors enough that most of the strategy has been internalized at this point. So. Marbles on Stream might work. We may be too tempted to comment on the races themselves, though. Playing with balls is fun on stream. Yeah, tell me about it, buddy. I never get bored of it. The anime waifu gacha game with a butt jiggle when they fire? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I think that would be too visually arresting. Not really into marbles. Does pretty much demand play by play. Yeah, I mean, I want to try it. Like regardless of whether or not it'd be a good fit for like mindless chatting game, I do want to do marbles on stream at some point. I think it would just be fun to do with everybody. But yeah, I think the original Dragon Quests is a top contender. I think Cookie Clicker is a good contender. Yeah, I'll have to think about this some more. Oh, what's that wacky ass golf game? I played so much of it. What the golf? That would not work. There is too much. The other thing, you don't want it to be too interesting either. Because if it's too interesting, it's going to distract from the discussion, is the problem. So what the golf wouldn't work because what the golf is too insane. We'd be talking about it all the time. What the golf would be really fun to stream in and of itself. Maybe just have a chatting adjacent stream at some point where we test out several games for it to see what's. I mean, that's kind of what I'm auguring towards, yeah. Is to have a short list of games would be worth giving a try. And like the next time we get hella distracted talking about stuff, just boot one up in the background while continuing the conversation. Now we'll look for some gardening games on itch. That might work too. Been in other streams that do it. It's almost gambling, not as fun as gambling. Another stream I was in would let me let the winner pick the topic for GeoGuessr. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm gonna try it. I'm definitely gonna try it at some point. I got sidetracked from your stream and just re-stumbled on adventure game at Adver Games. It reminds me of them. Oh yeah. Yeah. We're actually pretty much done. We've pretty much wrapped up for the night. We finished the issue at least. A great weight has been lifted from my soul. This Pac-Man might work too. I might get too worked up at that. I'm not very good at Pac-Man. Puzzle games though. Something Tetrisy maybe? I'll have to think about this. A lot of possibilities. A lot of possibility. Plural. As far as audience participation games on Twitch, I'm watching someone do City Skyline streams where one chat member is designated as the mayor for 5 minutes and gets text-to-speech to command what the streamer does. That's pretty funny. There is actually, on that note, there is a stream concept that I really wanted to do before I left for Japan and I didn't get the chance. I think it's just as well because there's a chance that people might want to continue it more than one night. So that's another thing that I'm going to make a note of that too. To do that when I get back. Crowd control Dark Souls, I don't like crowd control. Crowd control to me is too extreme. I like the concept, I don't like the execution. Can I do a game of Werewolf with chat and you on stream? I don't know how we get to work. Yeah. I'm also pretty picky about multiplayer stuff. This is not me opening up the floor for all kinds of multiplayer streams. This is just me saying I want to do marbles on stream at some point because it looks like fun to me. Like that's really it. That's about the size of it. Just pick the executions and you set the prices at all. Well, I mean, before we talk about doing Dark Souls crowd control, we have to talk about doing Dark Souls. And that game is turning into a meme around here with how long I've been talking about it and how much I haven't played it yet. Favorite crowd control variant was someone saying up speech to text for different effects in chat trying to trick the streamer into activating effects when they complete a basic challenge. Driving a lap around a GTA 5 map. That's pretty funny. Anyway, chat, I'm going to put a pin in this one. I'm going to end at some semblance of on time because it's late. I'm tired. I'm spent. I drank a lot. And I have to go into the office tomorrow. So, I mean, I'm going to be like the only person there. But still, I have to get up and physically go to the office tomorrow. So, final reminder, I'm gonna close the Next Fest nominations right now, in fact. So this is your absolute last chance if you want to request something. But tomorrow night is the Next Fest demo wheel. We are going to endeavor to play as many of these as possible. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, we've got 15 of them. We've got 15 games on deck right now. We're not going to be able to get through 15. You know me. But I will be good. I will be focused tomorrow night more so than usual, I guess.
to get through as many demos as we possibly can. On Saturday, we'll do some more demos. Maybe some of the ones we missed. Definitely some that I want to see that people haven't requested. No stream on Sunday. I'm going to need that time to pack. Monday, we're going to be doing Space Empires. Old ass indie 4X game. Tuesday night will be a hidden object game. And then maybe we'll stream on Wednesday. Maybe not. We'll see. Anyway, with all that said, let's go find somebody to raid. Let's go see. Let's go see who's up. How about we go see? Let's send you over to Bassy. Bassy was here earlier. Bassy's playing Zelda. Bassy's making a fire hydrant? Tears of the Kingdom is such a weird looking game, dude. Maybe someday I'll play it. Maybe someday we'll actually get through so many Zelda games that I can play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. You know, like 8 or 10 years from now, I assume. Anyway, gang, thank you for coming out tonight. No speeching well's good anymore. Yes, not. I'm just incoherent at this point. 11 nights of this issue. I'm just amazed people came out night after night after night to torment me. Well, when I put it in those terms, I guess it's not that amazing. I'm just rambling at this point. Thanks for coming out. It was a pleasure to see each and every one of you. Even if you did request some garbage games for me to play. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night for our next fest demo wheel. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.